Good morning, my friends. You are very welcome along to another watch along here on Anfield Agenda. The Reds taking on West Ham in London. And of course, we've got that lovely early kickoff. I hope that you're all well. Thank you for braving the early morning. I know some of you guys over in the States or over in Canada, you're going to be up at crazy o'clock to watch the Reds today. So, good. Nice to see you all. Team news is in. It is confirmed on the screen. Jurgen has made the changes, made some big calls today. It's Alisson in goal, Trent at right back, Robbo at left back with Kwanzaa and Van Dijk as your centre backs. Then Endo, McAllister and Gravenberch in midfield with Elliott, Gakpo and Diaz up top. Big, bold starting 11 from Jurgen, and there is no place on the bench for Jadon Danns today. It's Joe Gomez, Ibrahima Kanade, Dominic Szoboszlai, Darwin Núñez, Mohamed Salah, Curtis Jones, Kostas Tsimikas, Stefan Bajcetic and Caoimhín Kelleher. That is your Liverpool bench. He's done what we wanted. He's made the change. Now it's over to the boys to go and prove that they deserve to be playing. So, we're good. Thank God this is the last one of these early kickoffs for the season. As you know, not a fan personally, but I'm not a fan of us dropping points more than anything. It's we could have been going top today. That's all I can think of at the moment. But do you know what? Let's see what happens. We know who the new manager is. That was going to be a formality, but it was agreed last night that Arne Slot will be the next Liverpool coach. He's taken over from Jurgen Klopp. But Kloppo still has 4 games left as Liverpool manager, and fingers crossed we can send him off with a positive run. Aidan Donnelly, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, Aidan. Thank you for joining with us. And don't forget, guys, we do have a poll running there if you want to vote for your prediction, who you think is going to win the game. Feel free. The poll will stay open until we kick off. Right. Good morning, Craig and chat. It's dark 30 AD state, or in the 808 state. Sorry, my eyes are basically bleeding. It's so early. Yeah, it's a weird one, this. I never know what to expect. We were talking in the Discord group. People were asking predictions. I don't know what to predict. I have no idea what is a realistic prediction now, because you don't know which Liverpool's going to show up. So, fingers crossed we get the win. But at this point, a couple of wins just make sure that we're comfortably in the third position, because I don't see Manchester City or Arsenal slipping up. But, look, it's just about getting back to winning ways today, isn't it? It's 1:34 p.m. for me. That's not too bad, Adele. That's not too bad at all. It's 11:35 a.m. for me, and I don't do a.m. My body doesn't do a.m., mate. So this is the love of Liverpool getting you up at this early. Arne Agenda. There you go, Ryan. Maybe we could call it that. I'm happy with this lineup. Hopes are high, said Harvey Lewis. Thank you, Harvey. I truly don't know. I don't know, mate, what to think about the lineup. But let's have a look at the West Ham lineup anyway, and we'll figure out what the opposition are looking like. It's Alfonso Areola in goal, or Alfonso Areola, I should say, excuse me. Then it's Kufal, the cat kicker, Ogbonna and Emerson making up the back 4. Souček and Alvarez in midfield. Jared Bowen, Paqueta, Kudus and Mikel Antonio making up the starting 11 for David Moyes' side. On the bench, it's Fabianski, Ben Johnson, Cresswell, Ward-Prowse, Calvin Phillips, Maxwell Cornet, Danny Ings, Keelan Casey and Divin Mubama, Welcome back by Bajcetic. Yes, great to have Stefan on the bench. Brilliant to see him back in the first team squad. Great to see him on the bench, and hopefully we'll see him get a few minutes. It is mad though seeing no Danns on the bench. That was a surprise. It's a 9:30 p.m. kickoff for me. I'm loving this now. I hate late kickoffs. Oh, look, I can understand a 9:30 p.m. kickoff. That's a pretty amazing kickoff time, to be fair. Not like that over here, though. 11:30 a.m. It's not great. I don't like these early kickoffs. Craig, try waking up at 3 a.m. on a work day only to watch Liverpool play crap. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, George. It wouldn't be great being up at 3 o'clock to watch us play terrible and then have to go into work. Yeah, I'm with you. You've beaten me. Yeah, I don't know why Andy Robertson's Greek. That's a very good question. It's a really good question, in fact. In fact, some might want to know. Some people want to know when Andy Robertson became Greek. That's a very good question. Is that Greek Scottish Scouser? There you go. This is it. These are the things that We've got to get right. This is what happens with an 11:30 a.m. kickoff, you know. It's 7:30 p.m. kickoff in Malaysia. Nice. Up the Greek Scots. I know, it's mad, isn't it? There you go. There, it's fixed now. I fixed it. See what I mean? I'm magic. Woo! Magic. I just think it and it happens. Right, big penis. Big penis. It's not happening. It's not happening. Would I sign Bowen from West Ham? I don't know. It's too early in the morning to be talking about transfers. Would I sign? No, not for the 100 million that apparently they'd want. I do like Jarrod Bowen though, but not for that much money, and especially not with Michael Edwards being in charge. It looks like we're gonna look for younger people, most likely. Prefer Palmer over, but you can forget about Palmer as well. That's not happening either. Some of our fans have the most unrealistic transfer window expectations. There'll be no Cole Palmer. There'll be no Jarrod Bowen. We can just forget about those names. And Palmer, people have a hard on for Palmer because he's having one good season. Let's see how he gets on over 3, 4, 5 years. Just relax now. I'd much rather have our Liverpool team than that Chelsea team anyway. Would I sell Salah? Absolutely. I've said, to be fair, I've been saying for months that I'd sell Salah. I just had to put up with people that were just not believing what they're seeing with their own eyes and talking nonsense about how everyone else is letting him down or how he'll come good or he's past it. It's over. Salah's best days are well and truly behind him, and I just want people to start realising that. Like, let's be honest about it. It doesn't mean what he did beforehand isn't superly impressive. It doesn't change the history books. It won't change how highly he's regarded at Liverpool. But he's yesterday's man. That's the truth of it. Somerville, said Jamie. Well, we've been linked with Somerville, mate, but we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Apparently, Arne Slot's a fan of Somerville, so we'll have to... I don't know. I don't know what to think about transfers yet, because I'm still processing our new manager. Would I sell Núñez? I'm right on the fence, Adamus. I think either... Right now, either camp I feel have valid points. Anybody who wants to sell Darwin, I can understand why. Anybody who wants to keep Darwin, I can understand why. For me, it would come down to what's available in the market, what the offer was, and what he wanted to do. You know, that's a difficult one. That is, to me, the big call. Like, what do you do with Darwin? I don't know. I truly don't, because, as I said, I think you can make a valid argument in every direction. You can say, he's had enough chances. You can say, but look what he can do. Truly, it's a difficult one. Imagine we got Musiala, Isak, Somerville. But yeah, I mean, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'd love that. That would be an amazing window. I'd be all over that every day of the week, Corey. Musiala, Isak, Somerville. I'd take that as a window. That definitely. Of course, we need centre-backs, but... Why isn't Gakpo on the left? I don't know. I've got no idea. How do you feel about your move to the Premier League? I'm excited, yeah. That's my attempt at Jackson, by the way. I don't know where that was going. Look, it's good to have some certainty now. You know, we know who the next manager is going to be, and we don't know what the future holds. But what I would say to everybody, and I've read lots of different reactions to the news that Arne Slot is going to be the next coach. What I would say is, whether you think it's the right appointment or the wrong appointment, hopefully you get behind him. You know, he is going to be our new manager, and I'm happy enough with it. It's always going to be somewhat of a risk, but I'm more than happy to get behind Arne Slot and hope he does well and wish him well. Harvey Lewis, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC. Who is Crescencio? Never heard of him till now. He plays for Leeds United, mate. Channel name's going to change to Arnefield Agenda. No, was what happens if he leaves in the future then? We have to go about changing all the channel and all again? Don't be silly, that's too much work. If there's one thing you need to know about me, it's the least amount of work possible to get by is where I'm at. Why is Salah not starting? Because he's been shit. Is that good enough answer for you? Because it's the truth. I know you're a United fan, but he's not starting because he doesn't deserve to start. Nor does Darwin. You know, it is a harsh truth, but a truth nonetheless. Craig, Klopp must be watching your show because you almost picked the squad. I've been lucky enough with a few team selections lately, and it is, of course, all just luck, mate. These are just guesswork. But I often do wonder, like, you never know. You never know who tunes in or watches in the background, or you never know, isn't it? But look, I don't know how this team's going to get on today. You know, I don't know if we'll win. I don't know how we'll perform. But I do know Klopp just couldn't keep trusting the same players who are letting him down. So, you know, fair play to him for making these difficult calls. No Curtis Jones, no Szoboszlai, no Salah, no Darwin. I can't really complain. No Kanade. All the players that I would feel like should be dropped have been dropped. Now it's up to those who've been given the chance today to take it. You know, we wanted Gravenberch to get a game in midweek. He didn't. He starts today, so let's see who he gets on. Elliot has an opportunity to impress as well. And that's all we can ask for right now. You know, we can't do anything in the transfer market until the summer. So we work with what we have. Great to see Stefan back in the matchday squad as well. Like everybody else, a little bit surprised there's no Jayden Danns, but I'm sure there's a reason for that. Either way, though, the boys have a chance today to go out there and get it done. And hopefully we do. Morning, Craig. Hope you're well. I know you're a glass half full kind of fella, but I don't know what the rest of that is, mate. I don't know what the rest of the question is because it just cut off at the end, sorry. If Slot brings players from Feyenoord, who would you love to have? I don't know anything about any of the players at Feyenoord, Nessie. I can't even pretend, you know, I know nothing of Feyenoord. I've watched stuff on his style, I've watched stuff on what we can expect from him as a manager, but I've got no idea about the squad at Feyenoord or if they'd be in any way good enough to come over and play for Liverpool. I don't like managers going back to their previous clubs for the first few signings because, you know, it's a bad sign in my opinion. You know, if you bring maybe one player with you, fair enough, but you don't want to be doing what Ten Hag did and just be going back to the Eredivisie to try and find players that you know. You want to lean on the scouting system. So I'm sure that Michael Edwards, Richard Hughes, Dave Fallows, Barry Hunter, Will Spearman, I'm sure they've all got a list there for the new gaffer to look at. Rod, lovely to see you, my friend. Always lovely to see you, mate. I hope you're well. So quick thanks to whoever has been gifting me memberships. 4-0 for the Reds, no less. Love your football life. You never know when it's over. God, Rod, I was only thinking about you the other day, mate. It's been, what? I don't know, 6-7 years since this journey started, and who would have thought when we had those early conversations back in the day, the very early days, that we'd be here all these years later. It's crazy, isn't it? But appreciate you being in, Rod, and hope the family are well. We need to win today. Absolutely, Scotty. We've got to get back to winning ways. No doubt about it. Craig, to my understanding, Slot plays a very similar system. Am I right or wrong? I wouldn't say it's identical. Yes, 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3, but more so 4-2-3-1. We will expect counter pressing. We will expect attacking fullbacks. You can expect when we're in a defensive shape to drop into a back five with one of the double pivot in midfield, drop them back in to help out the defence, to give you five back there. You can look at a 5-4-1 when you're defending a lot of the time. And we'll go through this. We'll break down the tactical stuff over the next few days when we get a chance to put a video together, breaking down exactly what we can expect there. But yeah, it's not a million miles away. Similarly, probably a high enough level of possession expected, passing through central lanes, through the lines, especially the first line, to break that first press. You can expect triangular movements on the right-hand side of attack. Look, there's lots we'll break down, but yes, he's not a million miles away. There's a reason why he was singled out, and that's because the style of football that we play right through from the academy to the first team is all based off a similar philosophy, a similar way of playing, and you got to bring somebody in who fits that philosophy, or you've got to rip it up and go again. And Liverpool chose to work with somebody who has similar principles to those of Jurgen, but not identical, of course. Am I a PJs man? Nighty or nude when sleeping? Boxers. Just boxers, mate, when sleeping. Nothing else. No socks, no t-shirts, nothing. Right now, I've got pyjama bottoms on. Of course, it's the YouTuber's uniform. Hoodie and pyjama bottoms. But at night time, just boxers. Also, he plays a high line a lot. Yes, he does. Arne Slot, yes. Love the fact that you wear your heart in your sleeve and speaking your mind is an amazing quality. You've been there for me in my bad days. Thanks, Matt. Oh, Matt, it's a pleasure, mate. Thank you for your kindness. Appreciate that. I've always been somebody that speaks my mind in life. My mum used to always tell me my mouth was going to get me in trouble at some point in my life, and who knows, she's probably right, but I'm one of those people that I don't do well with biting my tongue. I have to have my say. It doesn't mean I'm always right, but I'm a fairly strong-willed person. Emma, how are you, my friend? Afternoon, Craig and chat. Hope you're well. Come on, the Reds. Nice to see you, Emma. Thank you for being a member with us for 9 months, mate. Very much appreciated. Do I prefer sweet or savoury snacks? You know what, Robert? It used to be sweet, but as I'm getting older, savoury. Yeah, I definitely feel like as I've aged, I've moved a little bit away from... Although I do still love sweet stuff, don't get me wrong. But more of a savoury person now, I think. Stefan on the bench. Yes, he is, Josh, which is great news. Let's have a look at the bench. If you haven't seen it, it's Joe Gomez, Ibrahima Konate. It is going to scroll across the bottom of the screen there, by the way, as well. Ibrahima Konate, Joe Gomez, Dominic Szoboszlai, Darwin Núñez, Mo Salah, Curtis Jones, Kostas Tsimikas, Stefan Bajcetic, and Caoimhín Kelleher. That is your Liverpool bench. Congrats on the LFC job. Hope you bring in some class players. Yeah, I just wish I had the money that Arne Slot was going to be getting paid, you know. I don't know what that money is, but I'm sure it's a lot more than I'm making here in Anfield Agenda, so he's definitely coming out the better side of this deal. Do you think Carvalho will be used next season? Chris, it's a good question, mate, and it's one that I think a lot of us are probably asking ourselves. What I would say is, and it's probably obvious stuff, but what I would say is I would expect all players to be given a chance in pre-season, to be at least be looked at by the new gaffer. After that, I guess it's up to them to prove that they deserve to be there, and Carvalho will certainly come back into the fold in the summer. I think we'll all agree he's had a relatively successful loan spell, a whole same with Tyler Morton, but what happens after that, we'll have to wait and see. Graham said, congratulations to Leicester on their promotion into the Premier League. Yep, absolutely. They're on still potentially to get 100 points as well, but good to see Leicester back up after 1 year's absence. Matthew said, lineup we were after pretty much. Yeah, well, we wanted changes, right, mate? So we got the changes. After that, we'll have to wait and see if they work. We'll have to wait and see how the boys get on. You know, these early kickoffs are a lottery for me at the best of times. You never know what to expect. So Robbo speaking to Ali McCoy's ahead of the game. Focus on giving the manager or all till the end of the season. Farewell he deserves. Blah, blah, blah. Do you know what? I got to be honest. I'm sick of hearing the players talk about what Klopp deserves and what they should do. Blah, blah, blah. They just got to go out and do it. No more talking. The time for talking's done. They've all given it too much of that and not enough on the pitch this season. So whether it's Robbo, whether it's Verge, whether it's anybody else, it doesn't matter. Talk is cheap. It's time to go out there and actually give the gaffer a good send-off. Make sure you leave it all out there on the pitch, because that Derby performance was unacceptable. That game against Everton was a disgrace. And I really don't have time for the players' talk at this point. You know, I've got to be honest, I don't. It's easy to talk. It's harder to go out there and correct the course of history. So go out and do it. Do I rate Gravenberch more than Jones? Oh, it's a good question. Probably would. If I'm being honest, I probably would side with Gravenberch a little bit over Jones. If they're both at their very best, Curtis Jones at his best can be very good to watch. Curtis Jones at his best can be a huge asset to the team. But those days are few and far between, unfortunately. He had a great period a while ago where he looked like he was going to become a mainstay, a regular in that Liverpool midfield. Then he's dropped off a bit. So I find it harder to make the call on Gravenberch because I don't think he's had a fair shake since he's been in. So I'm going to say yes, probably Gravenberch has the more potential would be my answer. Can we have Salah as a Barcelona fan? Sure. Pony up the dough, mate. You can have anybody you want. Can we interest you in the Diaz as well? Darwin Núñez. Is there any of our attackers Barca don't want at this point? It's you don't want them, mate. Trust me. If you'll be as frustrated with Mo as we've been if he continues to play like he has this season. So I don't know what happens with him or where he goes in the summer. It is going to be a very interesting situation to look at, and I hate it because this is one of the reasons why I wanted to move Mo on, because I don't want to remember Mo this way. I don't want to remember him having the end to the season that he's had. That doesn't feel right, because he deserves better, but he's not playing. He's not playing well, and it's not nice to say that, but we've got to be honest and say what we're seeing. And this is why I said I think it's better to get rid of somebody a year too soon than hang on to them a year too late. Or a year too long, sorry. Elise and Eze from Palace to push Salah and Szoboszlai out. What do you think, Craig? I'm not in any way near, even close to starting to get rid of Szoboszlai. No way. Dominic's, for me, okay, it's been a bit of an up and down first campaign, but there's so much more to come from Szoboszlai. So I don't know why he's tailed off this year. I don't know why he's looked jaded at times, but I know I still believe in Szoboszlai 100%. Salah, it's just the age and contract thing, so feels like yes, he might move on. Who's going to replace him? Elise is not a bad show. Somerville is definitely somebody that we're going to keep an eye on. After that, mate, I don't know. Depends how much money we're going to bring in. I'm trying to think about the squad now with regards to what the new manager might want to do in the market, because at least now we have an idea of a rough formation. It's not going to be a million miles away from what we're playing now, whether it's a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3. So personnel-wise, yes, a winger makes sense. You can argue a centre-forward. I would say left-sided centre-back and another defensive midfielder would be top of my list as well. Craig, I think Klopp announcing that affected Mo. I think he's been distracted because his last Liverpool game before his injury. Why do we just keep making excuses for Salah? Honestly, I don't care what affected him. I really don't care. And I don't mean that to you, mate. Not at all trying to be rude to you. But whatever it is, it's just excuse making. If it wasn't that, it was Ramadan. And then when it wasn't Ramadan, it was, I don't know, distractions. It wasn't distractions. I don't know. It's just excuses nonetheless. And ultimately, it doesn't really matter to me what's caused him to not be good enough. He's not being good enough. It's horrible to say that though. But, that's where I'm at with it. Would I want Kimmich? Unsure. I can see the attraction for Joshua Kimmich, but I'm not sure that they would work with the metrics that Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes would be looking at. Again, I expect somebody in there between the age of 21 and 24, probably, in that position. Start put some respect on Salah's name, hater. No, shut your face. Salah's been crap. If you can't take that, go cry somewhere else, mate. I'm not here to pander to your stupidity. Salah has been crap. End of conversation. If you're so thick that you can't differentiate between Salah now and the Salah we had for the previous 6 years, that's on you. But don't bring your stupidity onto me. I'm not a hater. I'm a realist. And he's been shit. Deal with it. What are you going to do when he leaves? What are you going to do then? Mohamed Salah FC. Because I don't support Mohamed Salah, mate. I support Liverpool. Like I've said over and over and over and over and over again. Salah delivers or he's shipped out. Simple as that. Same as anybody else. Go cry elsewhere. I'm so sick of this Salah excuse making. He's had his day, he's done, and now he's not. So, it is what it is. Call me a hater, call me what you want, but I'm a Liverpool fan. I couldn't give a damn about individual players, mate. You're losing this battle, by the way. All you people who are crying about give Mohamed Salah respect, you're losing the battle now. It's over. The tide has turned. People are seeing that he's done. People are in agreement. It's time to sell. Poll after poll, vote after vote. Everybody says the same. Sell, sell, sell. It's not hate. It's being a realist. What do you want to do? You can't profess to tell me you love Liverpool Football Club and then want a player who's underperforming to play every week. Just admit you don't give a damn about Liverpool. Just say it, because we've all seen it for years. We know there's been two different sets of Salah fans. There's been Salah Liverpool fans, and there's been Salah fans who don't care about Liverpool. And I've had it up to here with those people, because it's always been hate. It's always been Islamophobia. We're always getting trolled with something just because we say he's not performing. And it could not just be that he's been crap, no. That isn't apparently an acceptable reason. There has to be some underlying nefarious reason. He's not good enough at the minute. End of conversation. And for me, if I was the Liverpool manager, I'd have nudged him to try and give up his international career to save his club career at this point, because I don't think it does him any good when he's been dragged to the AFCON or he's been dragged away. And it always ends up harming us as a football club. After every AFCON, every time he comes back, form dips and we suffer. That's a fact. Martin said, I'm really worried about our transfer budget, especially with FSG wanting to add another club to the portfolio. I wouldn't worry about it from that regard. Like, I get why you're worried about transfer business, because FSG are cheap. And I agree with you on that, by the way. But I wouldn't look at it from the club perspective and think money's coming away from Liverpool. I honestly don't think that's the case. You know, I don't like when they say this, but I wouldn't disagree with it. Liverpool is a self-sustaining thing, and the money that is generated is spent. So as much as I feel our owners could do more in the market, I've never been somebody that is of the mindset that they funnel money off elsewhere. I don't believe that to be the case. You know, for all the stuff that's labelled at them, and I've thrown a fair bit myself, I tried to be fair in my conversations about them. Would I take Rodrigo or Bowen? Probably not Bowen at this point because of the price that's been mentioned a few times. Like, Rodrigo, yes. I think Rodrigo would be great. I think, I don't see it happening. He turned us down previously. I'm sure you've probably heard the story he mentioned where there was a deal agreed between Santos and Liverpool for €3 million. He chose to stay at Santos and then ended up going to Real Madrid. And look, I think you can say it worked out well for him. But, if there was ever a chance to bring him into the club, yeah, of course. I think Rodrigo's a wonderful footballer. Hello, Craig from Singapore. You do look like Arne Slot. Yes. We do look a little bit similar. We do. There's no denying that. Bald is better. Mo doesn't have to go anywhere yet. It's his choice. He could sit back and take the cash. Yeah, he can. If he wants to sit on the bench, ruin his own career for another year, play with the under 21s and take 350 grand a week, yeah, that's no problem. He can do that. That's absolutely within his right, but still doesn't do anything for Liverpool. So I really don't care. If he sits on the bench and runs down the contract, that's up to him. But he won't be getting into the team. So, yay. Like, people think like this nonsense. I'm sick of it. I'm honestly sick of the Salah stuff. I'm done. There's too much brand Salah for my liking and not enough Liverpool. And if he is in any way thinking that, good, let him rot in the reserves. Same as anybody else in that situation. If Salah gets a new contract, he won't. Do you think it's a good idea or a bad idea? It's a bad idea because he's not worth it. Look, I'm going to try and be honest as I can about it. People say this all the time, but players very rarely sign a new contract without a pay rise. It has happened on occasion. Players like, I think, Jimmy Milner took less money. But Salah still feels like he is at world level, and he might be, but he's not showing it for us. So for me, there's no way that Liverpool could look to talk to Salah and give him a new contract. It'd be stupidity. Craig, Salah's not finished. Is he not? Tell that to Jurgen Klopp then. He is finished. That's why he's on the bench. Because he's not performing. He's not even trying. Like, look at his performance against Everton. He was pulling out tackles. He wasn't tracking back. What's the point? I'm going to call it like it is, because somebody has to start speaking sense. Salah's earned his way onto the bench. And that's where he shall be. Salah's sale could benefit from the team more than the presence in the squad as of right now. Legends come, conquer and leave for new generations to come. Look, I'm old enough to remember players like Salah. You know, players who've come, been amazing, deservedly take their place in Liverpool folklore, which Mo will, of course. Mo's, history at the club is set in stone. It's amazing, but it is just that, history. And I know I'm talking about selling them, but you need to listen to what else I say. Because it's very easy to hear me say sell Mo and jump down my throat. But I'm saying sell Mo and in no way denying his greatness. What he's delivered to this point is unquestionable. He is one of the greatest to do it in a Liverpool shirt. But same as anybody else that came before him. When it comes time to move him on, football's a ruthless business and you've got to move them on. Players have come and gone before. We've seen players come into the football club, special players over the years, Steven Gerrard, Robbie Fowler, John Barnes, Ian Rush, Michael Owen, Luis Suarez, Fernando Torres. Been there, seen it, done it. They've been and left. We enjoyed them while they were here, and when they left, they left. Salah's no different. He's a bit different in the case that he's probably got a bigger legacy than a lot of the names I spoke about, and as I've always said, nobody's arguing about that legacy. I'm just talking about the here and now. And some people seem unable to differentiate between somebody having an opinion on Salah now and still loving him, which I do. What he's achieved at the club is remarkable. I don't understand how a lot of people don't see what I'm saying. It's not like you can't just keep playing him forever because of what he did in the past. That would be stupidity. Arm around him, number 10 in a 4-2-3-1, Szoboszlai will bang, said Alexandra Barnes. Yeah, look, I've no idea, Alexandra, what has caused him to stall this season, Szoboszlai, because I'm big fan of him as a player, big fan of his abilities, loved the signing, still love the signing, but again, hopefully a better season next year, or a more consistent season from Dom. Salah or Mane? Look, it's easily Salah. As I've said, his legacy is there. When people hear me talk about Salah, I'm talking about the here and now. Salah is amazing. His legacy is done. And him or Mane, it's definitely Salah. 100% Salah. Salah was the best of that front three. There's no denying it. Salah, Firmino, Mane. My favourite is Bobby. But Salah's the one that's done the best numbers. And Salah's the one that's fired us to those trophies. Mo has been top dog. Mane and Firmino were brilliant. And as a threesome, what a pleasure to watch the three men in action. Do you think Liverpool being documented has impacted the players' performance? It's tough to know. It's really tough to know. Honestly, my best guess would be Klopp's announcement was done because it had to be done, to stop a leak or to stop it getting public, and also to allow Liverpool to conduct a managerial search. But we've seen that initially we got a bounce from it, right? We've seen that it did help the players. We had some tremendous comebacks, some late wins, and a real boost from it. But since that United game in the FA Cup, for whatever reason, the wheels have come off. And it's led to us going into a very stuttering run of form, which ironically is when players have started to come back from injury. After that, I don't know. The season's got away from us at the business end, and it's really frustrating. Bobby never got 15 goals in a year. Very average player. You're an idiot. End of conversation. Idiot. That's just stupidity of the highest order. Tell me you don't know anything about football by putting out such a ridiculous statement like that. I can't say this word enough, but stupidity. Bobby Firmino was genius. You ask Salah and Mane how good Bobby Firmino was. It wasn't about scoring goals for Bobby. Bobby was about chipping in with his few, but Bobby was about creating space, making intelligent runs, dragging defenders around, carrying the ball, dropping deep. Average player. You are a clown if you think Firmino was an average player. You do not know anything about football if you think Firmino was an average player. Ridiculous, embarrassing, stupid statement. The amount of people who have strong opinions on football that just do not have a clue what they're talking about never ceases to amaze me. Imagine having a Liverpool profile picture and saying Bobby Firmino was average. For the love of God. Would I take Rafinha at Liverpool? I would have at one point. But not now. No, not now. He's starting to deliver though at Barca. You know, he's definitely chipped in this season for Barcelona. And I think that was, if I'm right, and I'm open to be corrected if I'm not, I think that was always a move Rafinha wanted. I think that was his dream move. Craig, will you be able to ask your twin when he gets here if you can boycott these 12:30 kickoffs? I'll have a word. You know, Arne knows that he's got to keep the aggro going because we don't want these 12:30 kickoffs. I've had more than my fair share of them. What's this? Carragher been speaking and he said Salah's been a shadow of his former self this year. He's one of Liverpool's greats. He's their superstar, but he's been so far off it. This summer, for the first time, they may need to ask questions about his future. Fabrizio Romano speaking about Florian Wirtz, saying Leverkusen consider Florian Wirtz untouchable for the summer transfer window. He's not going to leave the club. It was one of the key points discussed with Xabi Alonso when he decided to stay. The rate for summer 2025 will involve top clubs in England, Germany and Spain. I think Florian Plettenberg came out yesterday and said that Bayern Munich certainly have Wirtz on their radar for the 25 campaign. Bobby was one of the most gifted false nines we ever had. He was incredible, Tony. Absolutely incredible. You know, and even if you do try to judge him just from goal scoring form, he's... You say for the love of God and don't believe in God. Right. And? Is there a point? You people are very stupid at times. I say for the love of God and don't believe in God. And? What's your point? You don't have one. You're just trying to be an asshole. Simple. For the love of God, stop. For the love of God, stop. Szoboszlai to me seems like Klopp put a break on him. He just looks shattered at times and I don't understand why. As a City fan, Firmino's my favourite Liverpool player ever, said Aymar. Thank you, mate. Look, ironically, dude, I've some of my favourite ever players, and I hate to say this because I don't like your club very much, David Silva. I mean, I could have watched David Silva play football forever. You know, he was just incredible. Incredible. Definitely one of my favourite Premier League players of all time. I know, I'm honest, like, if I like players, I'd put my hands up and say I like them. David Silva, Thierry Henry, Kevin De Bruyne, just players from other clubs that I've always looked at with a very fond eye as a Liverpool fan. I would have loved David Silva at Liverpool at some point. I think players are coming back so fast has unbalanced their squad. I don't know. Honestly, I feel like all of your points are valid and probably have some truth to them. Truth is, I don't think there's one reason why things have gone a bit astray for us, but for whatever that reason is, unfortunately it has gone a bit astray for us. Yeah. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we are being brought to you today with thanks to, in my opinion, the people with the greatest ball shaving ability on the history of mankind. I am, of course, speaking about Manscaped. Summer is coming, and there's only one way to make sure that the grass on your pitch is playable. I am, of course, talking about the all-new Lawnmower 5.0, which is part of the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra from our friends at Manscaped. It is designed to elevate your grooming game and shine like the summer star that I know that you are. Join myself and 10 million other men worldwide who trust Manscaped with our exclusive offer. Now, we don't all shave our nuts at the same time, me and these 10 million other men worldwide, but you could go to manscaped.com, get yourself 20% off and free shipping. That is 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com by using our code Anfield20. The fantastic Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra features skin-safe technology guarding your family jewels against any grooming mishaps. It also features Manscaped's brightest ever LED spotlight, perfect for precision grooming, making even tricky spots an ease to groom, shall we say. And it is waterproof as well. The performance package also features Manscaped's Weed Whacker 2.0 nose and ears hair trimmer, or 2.0 nose and ears hair trimmer, Manscaped's 2 liquid formulations, the Shed travel bag, and of course a pair of boxer briefs as well. And for my bearded kings out there, you guys can use the all-new Beard Hedger Pro Kit from Manscaped, designed to shape and sculpt your cheek lines as well as maintaining your preferred beard style. So, once again, my friends, get yourself over to manscaped.com using our discount code Anfield20, scan that QR code or use the link in the description to get yourself 20% off and free shipping. Thank you for bearing with me while I do that, and thank you, Connor, for reminding me, because I was all in a bit of a rant. I forgot all about the sponsors there for a little minute, so thank you, Connor, for giving me a nudge. What's my favourite direction? I can't answer that question. What's my favourite direction? I was going to say something like lower, faster. Again, make some dirty comment. I don't know what you mean by direction. Yeah, I don't know. Towards bed. Happy match day, team. I recommend you all watch the new Deadpool trailer. It's mint. Unfortunately, I have a draw today. Fingers crossed. I've never seen Deadpool. I've never watched it. John Corrigan, of course you can have a shout out, mate. Welcome in. Lovely to have you with us. Manscaped direction. Oh, I just go bald, mate. Do you know what I mean? I just make sure that the precision grooming is done. You know, I'm not, like Leicester City's groundsman. I'm not shaving designs into the pitch and all that. No. Just make sure there's a nice playable surface. That's all. You love Deadpool, trust me. I've only heard good things about it, to be fair. I just don't watch many movies. I don't usually have the guts of 2 hours to spend watching a movie, in all honesty, and I don't really have the attention span. So yeah, I've heard great things though. I've only heard great things about Deadpool. Craig, my American work. It's too early. Right, Craig, my American wife just said she likes you. She's only human, Danny. You know, I like to think I'm the housewife's favourite. In fact, I'm not even my own housewife's favourite, mate, so I don't know where I'm going with this. Do I need to be worried? Watching from Apollo Beach, Florida. Great show as always. I wish I was over in Florida, Danny. It's been too long, mate. Too long since I've been over. But definitely no need to be worried. You know, I'm sure you're happily married. I'm certainly happily married. And I've enough trouble disappointing one lady, mate, you know. Dune 2 was the best film I've ever seen. I'm in that. I don't know my name in it, but there's a bald, kind of fat dude who looks a bit weird in it. So, hi. When do I get my residual check for Dune? This is what happens with a 12:30 kickoff. We all slur words. Oh, mate, honestly. My brain is just... It's running on fumes this early. I've had 2 cups of coffee though, so I'm lucky in that regard. Right, we're in trouble here, folks. We're in trouble. We haven't got to 1,000 likes, and there's 13 minutes to go before kickoff. So that's on me. I forgot to give you guys a nudge. If you haven't, please do drop a like before we get underway. What do you think about the Adidas deal coming back? I love it. I'm over the moon about it. As I'm sure you're aware, I'm a big Adidas person. So yes, I can't wait for Liverpool to be back in the three stripes, and I'm sure I'll buy myself loads of new Liverpool gear once we're back to Adidas. I've just not really been a fan of the Nike stuff, or Nike, whichever way it's supposed to be pronounced. Favourite food to cook and drink on a hot summer's day? So, on a hot summer's day, you never really want to eat when it's really hot. At least for me, I don't like eating when it's warm. So I like to wait till the evening time, till the temperature drops a little bit. So you're talking, what? On a summer's day, you're either talking a good burger and a bottle of beer, or a pizza. So yeah, I'd probably say a good steak or a burger with, if I'm feeling really fruity, a nice glass of Rioja. If I'm feeling a bit more normal, and and I want to treat myself and push the boat out, a couple of bottles of Corona perhaps, and a margarita pizza. Can you say, hey Summer? Hello Summer, thank you for watching. Hope all is well, mate. Love the channel. P.S. You're a handsome fucker. Thank you. Appreciate you. Can you tell my wife that? Please, tickle my tea bag. Chicken salad and a beer. You sound like my wife, Michael. I don't know how anybody voluntarily puts a chicken salad at the top of their list, but my wife does. You ask her that question, she'd probably say chicken Caesar. I don't get it. Why would chips exist, right? Whatever you think of a stereotypical kind of Neanderthal male, hi, that's me. Meat, just give me meat. Meat and carbohydrates. That's me. I am everything you shouldn't be eating, I'm eating. Red meat, check. Carbohydrates, check. Fizzy drink, hi. Yeah, all the way. Just red meat. Just give me more of it. Lots of red meat, please. Meat. Someone said chicken and chips. You don't mess with the hits. You don't mess with the great hits. Chicken and chips. You don't mess with it. There's nothing wrong with it. You can't. Who doesn't like chicken and chips? You know what I mean? Who doesn't? Everybody loves chicken and chips. How do I have my steak? Medium now, Mad. I used to be a well done person until I went out for dinner. I used to work in a cafe many years ago, and the two dudes that I worked for were real foodies, like both chefs, both really, really amazing in the kitchen. And they brought us out for dinner. So they brought us to the really nice steak restaurant in Dalkey. It was called Guinea Pig. I don't know if it's still there. I think it might be, actually. So we went out for dinner, and a couple of bottles of wine in before dinner. They said, right, what are we having? And put in my order. And I ordered the steak well done. And I said, no, you're not having it well done. And I said, what do you mean? And they're like, look, if you order that steak well done, one, you're going to destroy the steak, and two, the chef's going to give you the worst piece of steak he has in the kitchen because he knows he can hide it when you're saying well done. So I said, okay, what do you want? What do I do? And he said, get medium. So I did. And I've never gone back. Once I had a medium steak once, that was it. I realised how wrong I was. Craig, respect your honesty. Mo needs to go. Thank you, mate. Look, I take no pleasure in saying it. I wish I was talking about us having to give Mo a new deal. Honestly, I'd love to be sitting here saying Michael Edwards needs to give him a new deal, but I just don't think there's value there. Carnivorous Craig, pretty much that is me. Like, I know it's a kind of chuckle, but genuinely I love red meat. I just love it. Love the streams. Let's get the win, said Shane222. Thank you, Shane. Appreciate you. So let's have a look at our poll. And I think this is probably the lowest win percentage I've seen for Liverpool in a long time here on our channel. So we asked you for a prediction, and we've had heading up towards 3,500 votes so far. And 25% of you guys are saying West Ham will win. 16% are going for a draw. And 59% believe that Liverpool are going to win. And normally, these are a landslide. All this food chat has me starving. I know I don't really eat early in the day, but yes, I feel you. Where am I watching the game? On DAZN. I'm going to be using my Spanish DAZN account today. Sky was messing up for me the other day, which really infuriated me. So I'm a stubborn person. So once Sky start messing up for me once, that's it. You know, Sky package getting cancelled, and I'm watching the games in other ways. But today I'm using my Spanish DAZN account. For those in the UK, I think it's on TNT Sport, which is still on the Sky platform for me, which is the same thing. But yeah, TNT Sport for the 12:30 kickoffs. Who do you think will win the Champions League? It looks like Real Madrid, Lee, doesn't it? You know, maybe you get a PSG surprise if they can get past Dortmund in a one-off final. You never know. With Mbappe, he could drag PSG to that. But I'd be putting my money on Madrid at this point. Who would you buy with the Salah money? Not sure. And that's a fair, honest, legitimate answer. Like, I like Elise. I like Neto. I love Bone, but I think he'd be overpriced and he's getting old. All the names that we've been linked with, I'd be fine with. Somerville's a bit of a risk, but more so because I don't know enough about him. I don't know enough about Bakayoko. I've said this all the way through as well. Zubamendi, I like. Yeah, look, I've always said the same thing about this replacing of Mo. Whoever we bring in, they're not going to replace Mo. Nobody will. You know I say it's time for him to go, but I'm not expecting whoever comes in to do Mo numbers. Nobody will. As long as they're able to chip in, stay fit and be consistent, you know, I think that's the best we can hope for here. Because we're never going to get a Mo replacement, because Mo is not replaceable in that sense, you know, or at least what he's done up to this point isn't replaceable. Craig, love the streams, and you're a very wholesome person, and I love it. Mate, I don't know if you've heard me when I go off on one with language, but I do swear quite a bit. But I've tried to cut the swearing down. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I have tried to cut the swearing down in recent times. At least certain words. You know, I still say the occasional F word every now and again, but Sky is shite, mate. Yes, it is. And when you're ponying over somewhere between 180 and 200 quid each month, it is too much. So yeah, it is too much. I'm just done. I've had Sky for over 20 years now, and you know, I've just got to the point where no more. Shame Jota. The Slot is injury prone. Looks like time for him to move on. Hope you're well. How do I feel about Arne Slot? Like you all, you know, I'm not going to sit here and profess to know everything about Arne Slot. I've learned a lot over the past 2 or 3 days. I'm excited by how enthusiastic he is for the job. I'm excited by the formation that he prefers. I think 4-2-3-1 in our system is amazing. So, yeah. Sorry, I'm just getting ready for the game. Making sure that we've got the game on here in the background. Because last time I nearly forgot the kickoff. So look, there we go. Let's have a look at the starting 11s again before we get to today's game, ladies and gentlemen. We'll start off with the home side. It's Areola in goal, Kufal, then the cat kicker, Agbona, Emerson, Souček and Alvarez, then Bowen, Paqueta, Kudus and Mikel Antonio. For Liverpool, Alisson Becker, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Andy Robertson, Virgil van Dijk and Jarell Kwanzaa. Then it's Ryan Gravenberch, Koturo Endo, Alexis McAllister, Lucho, Cody Gakpo and Harvey Elliott. That is your Liverpool starting 11. Barry, how are we, mate? Lovely to see you in. Thank you for your super chat as always, sir. Craig, pleased with Harvey. I'm pleased that he gets the start, but not a right winger for me. No evidence so far. He'll fit well into a slot side with his quick forward progression and work rate. Don't think Mo has the legs for a slot team. I've got to be honest as well, Barry. You know I'm a big Elliott fan, but I'm always a bit unsure when he's on the right hand side of attack. But let's wait and see. What you might see is him tucking inside a little bit and Trent taking up wider positions. But let's wait and see how we get on. Love your eyebrows. Be real. It's one. It's one big magnificent eyebrow. I could shave them, but I kind of think they're a bit of a distinctive feature, so I leave them be. The cat kicker. Is this all he's ever going to be called for me? By the way, sorry. You know, once you're out there abusing animals, that's all I'm ever going to call you. You know, it is what it is. You know, I wish he wasn't going around booting defenseless little animals, but you know, that's where we're at. I wish my dog had stopped farting though. You know, I thought I had a smelly backside till Harvey came into her life. I've never had a dog before that does face farts as well, by the way. My first French bulldog, so yeah, lovely little. I love him. Yeah, I love my little Harvey. What's your thoughts on Gakpo? Sabrina gives out to me because I call him my fat little furry baby, and Sabrina keeps telling me he's not a baby, but he is a baby. He's my fat little furry baby. Right, do hit the like button, my friends. We have 2 minutes to go. We're 294 likes away. Don't forget to hit that like before we get underway. Were you in Despicable Me? I was. You've got me. I was. That's the first time we ever went to Florida with my son. I think Lucas must have been about, I don't know, 6 or 7 maybe at the time. And we were in the queue for Minion Mayhem. And by the way, my favourite ride at Universal. I love it. And my son said, "Oh look, it's you, Daddy. You call Gakpo a fat little furry baby." No, I absolutely do not call Cody Gakpo a fat little furry baby. But speaking of little babies, little Samuel Gakpo was brought into the world this week. So congratulations to Cody and his wife on their new bundle of joy. Right, we are almost ready to get underway. And don't forget, we are being brought to you today with thanks to our amazing sponsors, Manscaped. You can get yourself 20% off and free shipping. That is 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com by simply scanning the QR code on the screen, or you could use the link in the description or at the top of the chat with our code Anfield20. Once again, that is 20% off and free shipping at anything at manscaped.com by using our discount code Anfield20. And don't forget as well, the tickets are on sale for our 2 shows in Ireland, up in Belfast. We are on sale and we're going to be up there on May the 31st. So right at the end of the season, we're going to be up at the Limelight in Belfast. And in Dublin, we're scheduled to be at the Academy on the 2nd of June. Both those sets of tickets are currently on sale via Ticketmaster. We're going to be over in Cardiff and Liverpool in August as well. We're going to be at the Richard Burton Theatre in Cardiff on August the 2nd. And then we're going to be at the Hot Water Comedy Club in Liverpool on August the 4th. Both of those 2 shows, Cardiff and Liverpool, are all ages events, so everybody can come along. Score prediction. Oh, score prediction. Gavin, I am going to go 3-2. 3-2. I honestly don't know where to go with a score prediction now. It's almost impossible to predict what Liverpool's going to show up. Right, Liverpool will be playing from right to left in the first half and kicking us off. We're in a green and white strip. West Ham are in their home strip. We're underway, ladies and gentlemen. We are underway. Shout out to Lineup Builder as well, who helped us with all our graphics and our back-end system as well. So do go and make sure you check out lineupbuilder.co.uk. Right, Gakpo to Robbo. Ball back to Jarell Quansah now. Liverpool play the ball out right hand side. I have to say, and I know I say this every time we wear it now, but that green and white kit has really grown on me over the season. I think it's a very smart kit. Lucho now, left side. Cuts in field. I don't know the dimensions of West Ham's pitch, but it does look like a good, big, wide pitch. Elliott now pings the ball out into the left channel to Andy Robertson. Robbo fires in a cross. Cat kicker gets there and heads it away. Second ball, Andy Robertson. Gakpo to Gravenberch. Endo. Or excuse me, that was Diaz, my apologies. Elliott back left to Robbo. Endo. Elliott. Sharp passing from Liverpool here in the opening exchanges, but let's wait and see. Sorry, I forgot to sync. I'm going to sync now in 10 seconds. Bear with me. I'm going to sync at 1 minute 30. Still Elliott. Right, we are at 1 minute 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Someone said your new home kit. Oh, it's horrible. Horrible, mate. Yeah, the new home kit's not great. Actually, most of the new kits aren't great for next season. Again, Liverpool have been dominating possession here in the opening 2 minutes, but... Well, there's no but. We've been just dominating possession, moving the ball around. We look way sharper. We look like we have a plan to try and draw West Ham out. Endo tries the ball between the lines there, but it gets intercepted by West Ham. All the way back now, Areola. He switches the ball out right-hand side. Just about kept in, but eventually it goes out. Robbo gets on with it quickly. Love the Minecraft kit, said Emma Ashcroft. Don't forget, friends, if you haven't, hit the like button, please do. I think we can end the poll now, actually. 1 second. Kwanzaa to Elliott. Crossing deep to the back post. Good ball. Side-footed across goal by Gravenberch. Good play, though. Better. Sharp. I don't know about you guys, but I'm happy. These opening couple of minutes... I think we look a lot better than we did during the week anyway. Good start from us for a change, said Michael Doherty. If I don't like Suma for what he did to the cat, I must be vegan, yeah? You're a tick, Andrew. Let's just say it. You're a moron. Why? Because I don't like somebody kicking a cat, I must be a vegan. That's brilliant logic, mate. You should definitely be on Mastermind with that type of genius. No, mate, I very much am not a vegan. It's pretty well documented that I like red meat. But I don't like going around kicking pets, you know, because I'm not a scumbag. Your rationale is that of an idiot. Honest to God. Do you think that's how animals are killed in abattoirs and all? Do you think people just go around kicking cows to death? You think that's how it happens, is it? Moo. Cross in. Robertson heads it away. Go on, Ucho. Go on, son. Ball inside to Elliott. Elliott, good ball. Good break this. Trent. No, made a mess of it. Made a mess of it. Good counter-attack in there, and all Trent had to do was pick the right pass, and his outside of the foot attempted pass is nowhere near good enough. Straight at the West Ham player and cleared away, but it was good counter-attacking football. Lucho did really well, plays the ball infield. Harvey Elliott takes it, turns past the first press, plays it to Trent, but as I mentioned, the final pass just wasn't good enough. McAllister. Man on! Unlucky. I think we've started this game really well, I have to say. I've got no complaints other than, again, a few wasteful passes. Mac is down after getting clattered into by Paqueta. Let's have a look at this. Nah, that's not a red. It's not a red. I see people chat saying that's a red. It's snidey, but I don't think it's a red. It is a horrible tackle. I don't think that's a red, though. I think the argument you're going to get against that being a red is the force, and it just isn't a red for me. It's a horrible looking foul. It's a free kick and a yellow card, but it's not a red. It's still horrible for Maka, though, don't get me wrong. He was stretching Paqueta. I don't think he was even looking, to be honest. And thankfully, the most important thing is Maka. It's not really studs up though. It's stamping down. Look, I know it's not great. It doesn't look good. But honestly, I don't think that's a red card. And I wouldn't like it given against us. Right, Robbo and Trent over it. Did he not even get a yellow for that? Did he not even... If he didn't get booked, that's a disgrace. If he didn't even get a yellow, then Taylor needs to hang his head in shame. Goal kick, West Ham. That's shocking then. If there's no yellow, that's a joke. That's a joke. Yeah, that's not great. Seven minutes 40 on the clock. Still scoreless. Again, I can't believe he didn't get a yellow for that. That's crazy. We'll just put that in the pile with the refereeing decisions that are absolutely nonsensical this season, folks. And did you see that there was an article in, I think it was the Times or the Independent, one of them, where they speak about fans being done with VAR. Fans have just had enough of VAR. And I'm in that camp at this point, I have to say. I'm not against technology being brought into football at all. I think goal line technology is fantastic. I love the semi-automated offside technology, but VAR, in my opinion, should go. It should go because they're not capable of using it well enough in England anyway. So never thought I'd be on that side of the debate, but we aren't getting what we were promised with VAR, which was the removal of these silly debates. If anything, they've increased. Only now we've got no threshold for accepting a mistake. You know, we used to go, okay, maybe the ref missed it. It was a lot easier to take the ref maybe missing something than seeing a VAR operator look at stuff over and over again in your heart of hearts, knowing what should happen and see them make an excuse for why it hasn't happened. That hasn't been good enough. How are we playing? Quite well. Knocking the ball around. Good here. Sweden is the first country to reject VAR following opposition from the majority of elite clubs. Good. I hope Connor just sent me that. I hope more countries start to listen. That should be... Taylor, you are a little gimp. You are an absolute bald little clown. How is that not a free kick at the very least on the edge of the box? He's such a little dope. I'm done, lads. I'm done with these referees. I'm done with them. Anthony Taylor's supposed to be the best that England has to offer. It's not Norway. It's Sweden. I'm literally looking at the post showing me it's Sweden. Robbo. Cross in. Headed. Elliot. Ooh, side netting. Side netting. What do I think of Somerville from Leeds? I don't know enough about him, is the honest answer, Abbas. But we are certainly looking at him. That's all I can say to you, mate. You know, I don't watch enough of Leeds to know if Somerville's good enough or not. With VAR, you either go full automation and no ref, or no VAR. It's people that F it up. I agree. It's the people that are making the messes of it. No argument for me on that one. And Nathan Allen, thank you for your super chat, mate. And thank you, by the way, SK, for your super chat. Really appreciate it. I love Klopp. I just don't know what's so funny because he just starts laughing when we concede and I don't get the funny side of us losing. I think it's just a defence or a coping mechanism from Jurgen. Corner here for West Ham. They try across left-hand side. Verge gets a block in and it goes out for West Ham corner on the far side. I think it's a coping mechanism, Nathan. I don't like it either. And it bugs me. But some people just do that. Some people smile when they're frustrated. I scream or bang something. Craig, you have to give Somerville a look. He's class. Well, I know Ross very quickly from the initial stuff about Arne Slot that he's very much for Somerville. He is a fan. Right, lads, I've got a quick question for you, and I want to ask real quickly, do you want me to come back on tonight at 8:30 for a late night agenda? Because obviously we're playing early and all our content will be done and dusted by early days. So do you want me to come back on at 8:30 tonight to do a news stream where we can talk more about the managerial situation and stuff? Ooh, might as well make the most of this early start. Cool. We'll do that. So, hooked away by Robertson. Yeah, sweet, nice. You'll see me back at 8:30, so all good. Cross in, Van Dijk heads it up in the air. Come on, boys, finish the clearance. Right, here's a question for you while we're waiting for the game to catch fire. You can pick one player from West Ham. Who are you picking? I know a lot of you are probably going to say Bowen, but one player from West Ham, who are you picking? Is it Bowen or is it Kudus? Oh, speaking of Bowen, here he is now. Strike! Ali gets down, makes the save. What's this one? Look, YouTube's at it again. It's at it again. This is ridiculous. YouTube's Connor Ben, if you're in the background, YouTube's booting me out again. Thankfully the stream's still ongoing, but can you get on to the YouTube managers and ask them why he keeps booting me? Has anybody else been booted out of the streams, by the way, lately on YouTube? This happened to me the other day and it's happening again. Right, so we've had a mix. Oh, Paqueta's a good shout as well. Kudus, Edson Alvarez, Paqueta, Areola, Kudus, Paqueta, Bowen. Ooh, unlucky. Diaz with a strike over the bar, goal kick. It's weird because the stream keeps going, thankfully, but it keeps it just boots me out. Like my chat disappears and I get the refresh screen, which only started happening to me recently. But somebody said to me the other day that it's happened to them on a few live streams. So I was just checking if it's happened. Stop swearing. I haven't swore yet, David, so I don't know what you're talking about. Weird little freak. But away you go, David. I'm sure CBeebies is on there for you, mate, if you want to go and watch some cartoons or something. Do you think we still have a chance? Explain yes, no. I think no, Jack. Being realistic, we'd need both teams to mess up quite a bit. Because if you look at it realistically, we're basically 4 points with Arsenal because of the goal difference. So, no. Unfortunately, mate, I'd love for it to be able to sit here and say yes. But, no, we messed it up. Second ball, Alisson, well done. I don't even think I was swearing, by the way. I don't know what that guy was on about, but weird. Why are people so scared of swearing? Swearing's beautiful, embrace it. And if you think your kids don't swear, you're deluded. One of my favourite things in life was teaching my children to swear. It's brilliant. But do you know what's important, though? Knowing when and where to use it and who to swear at. Like, my kids would swear at home. They wouldn't dare swear at the teacher in school because they've got respect. And respect for the environment they're in. But I love swearing. I couldn't imagine my life without being able to swear. We're Irish. We we use swear words as compliments. Right, my friends, thank you to everyone that has hit the subscribe button and the like button so far. We are aiming to try and get ourselves to 259,000 community members, and that's what you guys are to us, community and family members. So please do hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet, and drop a like on the stream. Thank you again to our sponsors, Manscaped. Right, the Reds still in attack. Elliott to Lucho. Lucho in left side to Gravenberch. Oh, you could see what he was trying to do. He was trying to square it back across the front of goal. Just a little bit too close to the keeper there from Ryan. Unlucky. Yeah, you could see he was trying to pick out the run of Cody Gakpo. Sentence enhancers. I love that. No, that's spot on, mate. You're right. Sentence. I can't even say it myself, but sentence enhancers. There you go. I like it. Gakpo. Diaz now. Go on, Lucho. Go on. Oh, meow. Puts it behind. Goal kick. Or corner kick, excuse me. Corner kick to us on the near side. I'm a gunner and I hate to say it, but it looks like City are winning the league. Honestly, Liam, I'd much rather see you guys win the league, mate. I know people have their own views on it, but I have respect for Arsenal at least. I could say congratulations. So I'd prefer if you guys could stop City from winning it, because we certainly aren't going to be able to by the looks of it. Hooked away, cleared again by West Ham. Trent takes the safe option, goes back to Alisson, who gives the ball back to Trent. Trent now left-hand side. Unlucky. You can see what he was trying to do, trying to pick out Cody Gakpo in behind, but the ball's back with Liverpool and Alexis McAllister, centre of the park. Elliott poor again. Really? I think Elliott started the game well. I think all our players have started the game well. Now that was poor from Elliott. Maybe that's what you were talking about. Sorry, you're probably a little bit ahead of me. That was certainly a poor pass from Harvey Elliott there. Left his teammate well short. But we have it back with Toro Endo. He goes across to Trent. Endo looks like he's sharp today from the start of this game. Look, he's making himself available all the time as well. I love that. Love that from Endo. Love these little movements of his. It's very clever. We spoke the other day against Everton, and we talked about a lack of availability or lack of options for our players. And Endo was making sure today that every time our centre-back or our defender has the ball, he's giving them an out and an option. Right, here we go now with McAllister. Right side of the penalty area. Back to Elliott. Elliott inside to Gravenberch. That's a free kick. Cody Gakpo brought down. Right in Trent territory. Here we go. Right in Trent land this one. I mean, look at both teams have two unbelievable proponents of a dead ball in their squads. Right, let's see now. Trent and Robbo standing over it. Right, come on, Trent. 20 minutes on the clock. Trent over the free kick. Robbo, just walk away, mate. Just walk away. This isn't you, Robbo. Just walk away. Right, Trent over the free kick. Taylor blows the whistle. Nah. No, wasn't really able to get that up and down. Not one of his better efforts, but still. Maybe that's a sighter. Maybe it's the next one. Just couldn't get that up and down. Didn't get enough whip on it. Unlucky, unlucky. Gakpo's looked the... Oh, that was a misplaced ball. West Ham getting played. This will be a yellow card to us eventually afterwards. Ref played an advantage. Liverpool have won back possession. Now we're attacking. Elliott. Trent back to Harvey Elliott. Great defending by Kwanzaa there, by the way, to stop that move from West Ham. Elliott tries in a cross. Lucho wins a header, but it goes backwards. Robbo. Lucho. Just win us the corner, mate. Oh. That wasn't great from Lucho in the corner there. He should have just turned, played it off, and given us a corner. I love the show. Keep it up from an Arsenal fan. Thank you, Divin. Much love, mate. And genuinely mean this when I say it, but best of luck with the rest of the campaign. If it isn't going to be us that win the league, and it won't be, I certainly do hope you can stop Manchester City from doing it. West Ham now. Look at the space. Well done, boys. Well done. Antonio had pulled away there into a pocket of space, but again, decent defending. We are hunting in packs today, which is good to see again. There's a lot more energy from our play. Yes, we're still lacking that little bit of class in the final third, but lots more energy and lots more intent in our game today, in my humble opinion. Maka, unlucky. Stay. Brah, Liverpool ended this lad's hairline. Weird little person, Simon. Weird. My hairline is absolutely alive and well, regardless, but thank you. And Liverpool didn't. They may have turned me grey, you know, I'll give them that. But nah, the hairline's grand, as I've mentioned many times. Trust me, I'm the type of dude that if I wanted, I'd go get a hair transplant. It wouldn't bother me in the slightest, but I'm not bald. I'm bald by choice. And even if I was, honestly, it doesn't bother me in the slightest, dude. Being a fat git is more annoying to me than the no hair part. Elliot, and stop saying brah like that's in any way cool. You're not fooling anyone with your stupid little language, man. Oh, brah. Weird. Just speak normally. You don't have to speak like a twat. "24 minutes on the clock. You're still handsome. Thank you. Bruh is better. Bruh is better. I'll allow bruh. But brah, B-R-A-H, that was just weird. Ban me. Sure, no problem. My pleasure. I mean, I do appreciate you asking me to directly ban you. That's brilliant. Saving me a lot of time there. You know, I appreciate your sincerity. And by the way, he didn't write bro. I would have been fine with bro. He wrote B-R-A-H, which is a bit, you know what I mean? Bro is fine. B-R-U-H sound. But brah, B-R-A-H, it's a little bit suspect that, you know. Right, throw in. Am I looking forward to our live shows? Oh, yes and no, Gavin. Like, I'm looking forward to meeting people. I'm looking forward to saying hello. I'm looking forward to thanking people for the support of the channel, mate. Absolutely. But I get very scared of the live shows. I get very nervous. You know, I won't lie. It's definitely something I have to work towards. But I'm really excited to meet everyone, mate. Honestly. Don't listen to them. You're a beautiful human being. Thank you. I'm having a bit of fun with them, in all honesty. Like, this is just banter. You know, I don't take any offense by what they're saying. What's my goal robot called? Clintosaurus? Oh, Diaz, go on! Oh, ref! We saying what we saying? What we saying? Offside. Offside. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think he's just off. I think Lucho is just off. I think Lucho was just off. Bro is a black community slang. Again, I just want to make this really clear. It wasn't bruh that he said. It was brah. It was the B-R-A-H part. Bruh, I'm used to. But this looks like Lucho's off anyway, so... He does. He looks half a yard off. How is this taking them so long to calibrate whether he's offside or not? I can tell you he's offside by looking at it. I don't need the lines. How is this taking so long? How did it took them that long to see something that any of us could see with one look of our eyes? Eventually it's offside, but again, how is it taking them this long for a very clear-cut offside decision? Anyway, we're back underway. 28 minutes on the clock, still scoreless. I think it's because of potential penalty they had to check. Nobody's arguing about them checking the offside, mate. No problem with that. But what I'm saying is, it was one glance at that without any lines and you know it's offside. I don't understand how it took them so long to draw the two lines and say it was offside. That's my only gripe, you know. Wish they took this much time with Doku's kick. So do I, Nessie. Yes, good show. What's this? Oh, strike. Saved. Robertson. Cross in again. Headed away. Drops to Trent, edge of the box. Trent ball in. Again, West Ham clear it. Pressure starting to mount here, though. Come on, boys. How is it this is a yellow? This does my head in with these referees. Whenever our player fouls, immediate yellow. West Ham player studs onto the foot of McAllister, no yellow. Endo stops a counter-attack, yellow. And I've no problem with that being a yellow. But again, there's no consistency. What's this? Fabrizio Romano speaking about Ruben Amorim and quoting Ruben Amorim. So Ruben Amorim, I'm travelling to London to meet with West Ham. He said, it was a mistake. The timing was completely wrong. I'm always asking my players to be respectful and I wasn't, even if I informed the club before. I'm so sorry and I apologise to the fans, the club and the players. Cross in. Cleared by Liverpool. Strike. Ali. Good save. Good save. Kwanzaa wasn't happy there. He felt there was a foul or an offside in there. But still Alisson did well. Robertson. Lucho. Back inside to Alexis. What do we think of that from Ruben Amorim? If that sounds to me more and more like he was trying to get the Liverpool job. It feels to me there like he admits he made a mistake of not just in the error of judgment of the way he treated Sporting, but in how he timed it. What do you guys think about it? Studley said he wanted to trigger the Liverpool move. I think I agree, mate. Pizza is the perfect football food. Yeah, I like it. My opinion on Man United. They've a good bit of work to do, mate. You know, that's being honest. Some good young players there, and I believe there's another one or two coming through the United Academy that look quite sharp. But still a lot of work to do there at United. No, I'm not trying to be an asshole about that and being sincere. Ali Never Spills, most complete goalkeeper, said Whitehammer. He's amazing. You know my opinion on him, Whitehammer, mate. I think he's the best goalkeeper in the world. Sounds like it backfired on him, said Anthony Davis. You guys need to realise the whole team is finished. Yeah, no, you need to realise that that's a ridiculous statement and you're absolutely talking out your hoop. Why do you even watch football? If that's your opinion, like, why do you even watch? If the whole team is finished, why waste your time? Just go do something that makes you happy then, because football is clearly making you miserable, dude. Diaz. Grafenberg trying to turn inside. Great challenge to win that back, Ryan. Yes, well in. That was a lovely bit of work from Grafenberg to win that back there. Elliot. Oh, unlucky. That was better. Good play. Well done, Grafenberg. Liverpool worked it out well. To Elliot, right-hand side. Elliot strike, but it's straight at the keeper. But again, good play, good pressing, good counter-pressing. And well done, Ryan Grafenberg. Gave the ball away, but won it back. That's better. Big Man said, sounds like he realised the grass wasn't greener, so he's backtracks. I don't like it. It defo feels like he's backtracking. Big Man, I agree with you. It definitely does. Would I take Tuchel? Do you know what? I wouldn't. You know, I've respect for Tuchel's ability as a coach, but I've always said this, and it's I'm not saying it's the right answer, but after having Klopp, it would just feel like we've got a watered down version of the best manager. So, nah. I know Carragher was fond of the idea of Tuchel, but honestly, not for me. I'm not displeased with Arne Slot. You know, it's a risk, but anyone's going to be a risk. Just got in from walking the dog. How are we doing? Do you know what, Stargirl? I think we're doing all right, you know. Certainly look like we've got more about us than we did midweek. Managing the game a lot better. Yeah, we could do with a goal, but other than that, yeah, I think we're doing all right, you know. Moed, Sola, Havisi, Mokhar Truden. Excuse my pronunciation, my friend, but thank you for joining Anfield Agenda FC. Really appreciate your support, my friend. Thank you. 5,000 people in the chat. If you haven't hit the sub button, folks, please do. As you can see, we're starting to make a dent in towards 260,000 subscribers. Absolutely blown away by the support you guys give the channel. So please do hit that subscribe button. I look a bit like Arne Slot. I do. A lot fatter than Arne Slot, to be fair. But yeah, it's going to be fun having a kind of a Craig from Wish. That's what I'll call him. Hopefully his managerial skills aren't that way. Hey Craig, why your face like Arne Slot? Because we're both handsome. Do you know what I mean? Both exceptionally charismatic, handsome, bald gentlemen. So yeah, bring it on. Me and Arne. We have to do a video, right? I have to get an interview with Arne Slot. I mean, it would be ridiculous for me not to have a little one-on-one with Arne. Let's be honest, come on, that's what we want. I'll let you guys know what if I get a hug, an Arne Slot hug. I'll let you know. I'll let you know what level he's at with the old hugging game. Grafenberg. Unlucky. Ball goes out. Throw into Liverpool near side. 9 minutes to go in the first half. Why are we just passing the ball around at the back? So I've been looking into this. It's a tactic to try and either draw players on or to find a passing lane through midfield. I think it's been a lot better today because I think Endo's given the defenders options. My only gripe with the knocking the ball around at the back part in recent times has been that we haven't had any options to progress the ball. So we've ended up just going long diagonal or long straight over the top. But I don't mind it as much today because our players are making moves ahead. Robertson. Cross in. It's a little bit too deep and it goes behind. Goal kick. Pudner. I don't know what that word means, Colin, but I love it. I don't know if you're calling me a Pudner or whatever, but Pudner. Oh, I like that word. Can I have it? Can I use Pudner? Craig, I'm new to football. What's the cultural difference between Liverpool and Manchester United? And that's from Craven Moorhead. What would be the cultural difference? Well, they're both former great shipping cities. Cultural difference would be we don't like each other very much. We've a lot more in common though, Manx and look, I'm not a Scouser, so you know, Scousers and Mancunians will give you a far more balanced conversation about this. But what you can figure out was that the two best clubs in English football history, and we have a lot of similarities, but there's also a lot of differences between both clubs. You've picked the right one though. If you're new to football, you've picked Liverpool, Craven Moorhead. You've chose the right one. Am I wearing only white fronts under the table? I don't wear white fronts, mate. No, I wear boxer briefs. But no, I've got pyjama bottoms on like any self-respecting YouTuber. Gravenberch. Trent. Ball up the line. McAllister. Dinked in towards the back post. Diaz brings it down. Pulled back. Strike again, not great. This time it's Cody Gakpo. And it goes behind for a goal kick. Favourite Spurs player? It's got to be Son. It's got to be Son. Yeah, it's got to be Son. Although Vicario's pretty good keeper as well. I like Van de Ven. I feel like that's one we missed out on. Just subscribe, thank you. No, thank you, Naomi. Appreciate your support, my friend. Thank you very much. How do I pronounce this one? Mano Gonam said, so much possession for no end product. Yep, can't disagree. Bro, watching the game on a laggy website. No, I'm watching the game on Spanish DAZN account, mate. It's not. I can't change how quickly these channels stream games, nor can I change the delay built in on YouTube. But there's no laggy websites here, trust me. I pay a lot of money to watch football. Too much money. So, no, it's nothing to do with laggy, mate. It's a streaming product, and streaming products are a little bit more delayed than satellite products. So, post from Diaz. Oh, post, unlucky. But yeah, I don't use dodgy websites, mate. I pay for all my stuff, and unfortunately, it is a little bit delayed than the old Sky satellite dishes. What's my job? This is not just my job, mate. This company employs 3 people full time, so this is my job. That name. That's a brilliant name. Mark just said to me, that person that said I'm new to football. That is a brilliant username, by the way. That is, ladies and gentlemen, if that's trolling. That is trolling right there. Craven. What a name. Well in, fella. I appreciate a good troll. And Craven Moorhead. What a name. What a name. And look, let's be honest, there isn't one of us that isn't. We're all Craven Moorhead. All of us. Today, I feel Craven Moorhead, as Gianni Infantino would say. What an A. Well played. That's brilliant, that is. Do you know what I mean? Well played. That's how you troll. Take lessons. Take lessons. That's how you troll. That's top notch. Told you I appreciate a good troll. Well played. Right, free kick. Bowen over it. Ball played in behind, and it goes harmlessly behind for a goal kick. 42 minutes on the clock. We're still awaiting the opening goal. Liverpool have had chances in the game, but hit the post. Had a few saved, a few misplaced passes. But at least we haven't conceded yet. Oh, we're trying our best here to give the ball away, though. West Ham have turned it back over. Again, Alisson makes a brilliant save. Alisson makes a brilliant save. And thankfully, it's still scoreless. Ali with an amazing save, though. It's great that we haven't conceded first, though. Ah, fuck off! It's 1-0! 1-0, Bowen! Same old. Oh, for the love of God. Why? Cross in. There's nothing Ali can do about it. Bowen gets there again. This time it's Gakpo out. Look at this. Jared Bowen getting in between Gakpo. Like, again, he's not even anywhere near his size. Just no marking. We cannot mark. I've got one question on Arne Slot. Does he at least play man-to-man marking? Because I can't be doing with this zonal marking crap anymore. I don't even know what to say anymore. Like, again, Jared Bowen got there ahead of Cody Gakpo, and he's a good 6 inches smaller than him. So that's what? That's now 23 or 24 games this season we've conceded the first goal in. It's just nonsense. Can't do anything. Can't win anything. Oh, we're going to try. We're giving it everything for the manager. Oh, we love Jurgen Klopp. We're going to go. We don't want Jurgen Klopp to leave with a bet. We want Jurgen Klopp, blah, blah, blah. Stop talking! That's all they do is talk, talk, talk. Three minutes added on the end of the first half. Daniel Nelson said 16th time we've gone behind 1-0. I think it's the 23rd or 24th time in all competitions, mate. As if we needed a reminder how good a player Bowen was. I mean, just look, great goal from West Ham's perspective, but from our perspective, you again ask yourself, where's the defending? You know, every time we're losing aerial duels. Every time. Honestly, does anybody know if Arne Slot uses man-to-man marking? Because I am done with zonal marking. It is... yeah. Feel for Ali as well, because he's already had to make some good saves in this game, and Even just before the goal, he made a good save. Oh, for the love of God. Thick South Saxon, that lad. Omar, you're an idiot. Omar, do you only watch bands from one city, you moron? Do you only watch films from one city, you moron? Should I keep going, Omar? Or do you want me to just bury you a little bit further? I don't need to have a Scouse accent. Does our manager have a Scouse accent? Does Darwin have a Scouse accent? Apart from when he's saying a couple of phrases. Does Endo have a Scouse accent? Does Van Dijk have a Scouse accent? You weird little trolling clown. So we all need to have Scouse accents. We've no way of supporting the club unless we have a Scouse accent. That's genius, Omar. What time are you due back, Omar? You know, I imagine at this hour, Mum's probably looking to bring you back in for tea before giving you a little bedtime bath before it's time to go back into school tomorrow. That's absolute stupidity. You aren't clever enough, Omar. You know, there are great trolls out there. There are trolls with a great future ahead of them. Unfortunately for you, Omar, your future's not looking so bright on that front, mate. Villa might get third place. There's still a cushion there, but look, it is embarrassing. I've nothing else to say on the on the performance. It's defensively. We're just being let down defensively. You're not going to win games if you can't keep clean sheets, and we're having to score 2-3 in every game. But look, again, we're going in at half time, and it's not unfamiliar territory for us, unfortunately, being 1-0 down. Taylor blows up for half time, and at half time it is West Ham who lead by 1-0. If we lose this, we play Villa, then Spurs. I know we are doing our best to make this as horrendous an end to Jurgen Klopp's era as possible, despite all the nonsense that Van Dijk and Trent and Robbo and everybody else talks in the media. They once again go out there on the pitch and don't deliver for the manager that they keep telling us that they want to do well for. I just hope we don't lose the Champions League spot, said Jay. I honestly don't think we will, mate, but look, at this point, it is just becoming embarrassing. Well, it's gone past embarrassing. We're into the realms of humiliation at this point. Lack of tempo, sidewards and backwards passing. This has changed in the last month. That's why we dropped off. So frustrating, said Will. I should have stayed in bed, said Tevin. Mate, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. It's, look, let's be... I'm going to try and be as honest as I can about that first half performance, because I know you all want to vent and I know you'll all have your own point. Trestenberg, thank you for your super chat. You didn't put in a comment, mate, but thank you. Look, we've been frustrating in attack at times. I think, and I'm being honest here, I don't think we've necessarily played that poorly in the first half. We've created enough. We've bossed the areas. We've bossed possession. But what we haven't done again is defend. You know, all it takes is set pieces. Set pieces and we concede. And yet again, Alisson makes a great save. Initially, West Ham get a corner. And Jared Bowen, unchallenged, out-jumping Cody Gakpo. I don't understand it. I don't understand what on earth we do defensively. What do we train? I can't figure it out. Yeah, look, you're absolutely okay to talk about not finishing off in the final third and scoring. Fair enough. But in these type of situations, you usually want to go back to the basics. And the basics is defending well. And yet again, I'm going to say a phrase that you're all probably sick of me saying, but Virgil van Dijk ain't no captain. He isn't. He just is not a leader. He cannot lead his defence, let alone the rest of the team. It's infuriating. It's not only on him. Everybody there has a job to do, but again, right before half-time, in a game that we've set the tone in, we've allowed West Ham in. And look, to be fair to West Ham, they've had chances. Alisson's made 2 or 3 very good saves in this first half. And West Ham are no mugs in attack. We know that. But them, like us, they were suffering a crisis of confidence coming into this game, and we've just handed them the initiative. Glad you're getting the job next season, said Corbin. Thank you, mate. Who should get the armband then? It's a good question. My own choice, it's a bit of a newer one. I think Alexis McAllister. I think Trent has the ability to lead, but I don't think he can do it from the right back position or the hybrid position he's in. But I would give it to Alexis McAllister or Andy Robertson. Probably would be my 2. But look, that's irrelevant at this point. Doesn't change the fact that we defensively are shocking. Would you bring Stefan on for Endo? I mean, I'd love to see Stefan get minutes, John. You know I would. And if Jurgen feels like fitness-wise he's able to come on and play, absolutely no problem with that. What's this? Trent is not a captain. I probably agree with you. I'm throwing out names based on him being the vice captain. You know, my choice, as I said, is McAllister. Maybe that's a bit of a surprise choice because he's relatively new into the team, but I like how McAllister conducts himself. But either way, I don't. At this moment in time, what happens there with regards to the captain doesn't matter. What matters is we've conceded again. This is weird. I put a super chat earlier. We're turning into that old poor Arsenal, Craig. Why are we so narrow as our new incoming manager? Get in the back and speak to Klopp. Mate, it's frustrating as hell. We can't defend to save our lives. Macca for captain, said Ryan Johnson. Thank you, Ryan. We miss Hendo big time. Look, you know my thoughts on Henderson leaving the club, but I've always said the same thing about Jordan Henderson. I never had any problems with him as a captain. For all the faults, you know, with the way he left and for some of the times how he played, I thought he was a great leader. I did. I will never ever go back on that. I thought Jordan Henderson was an incredible leader. Same with Jimmy Milner. And I'm not seeing it from Virgil. But I don't want to scapegoat Virgil for this because it's not only on him. Again, we've conceded a cheap goal. Do you think we'll be better next season? Hope is more the word I would go for there, my friend. It feels like it's time for a change at this point. You know, whatever the players say, they're not delivering. They're not doing it for the gaffer. And that just points to the fact that we need fresh ideas, fresh energy, fresh words, fresh instructions, and maybe a couple of players as well to remind a few people in the dressing room that they aren't undroppable. Nikolai Courtney, thank you. You didn't put in a comment, my friend, but thank you for the super chat. Jessica, thank you for the super sticker. Jimmy Milner, yes, he was a great leader. Whatever about you think about him playing, but Jimmy Milner would not allow a capitulation to happen on a pitch. Say what you want about him, about what you think. He would not allow that to keep happening. They just wouldn't. How about Alisson, or is he going? I hope he's not going, Nikolai. I did say to you guys yesterday, and we'll cover it in tonight's stream at 8:30. You know, there are some worrying developments, or at least whispers, probably a fairer way to say it, about his future, but I don't like my goalkeeper being a captain, and I say that as a former goalkeeper. I think you need somebody who's out in the action. So Alisson as a leader, look, of course he's a leader. You know, he leads by actions, doesn't he? He's an incredible keeper. But for me personally, I don't like a goalkeeper being a captain. We can't blame one player, it's 11, said Iranian Pride. I agree. There's lots of people in the chat who think X hasn't played well, Y hasn't played well, and I'm not disagreeing with you. You know, it's very hard for any of us to sit here and throw flowers at these players when they don't deserve any. So, you know, I agree with Iranian Pride, though. I don't think any one person's at fault for us being behind again. It's a collective failure. You think Klopp leaving would energise this lot, said Christian Wint. It did for a few weeks, mate, and now since the United game in the FA Cup, we've derailed. I think I missed the chat. Yes, I did. Ahmed. Thank you, Ahmed. Appreciate your super chat, sir. Said Craig, I have to believe that it might be on Klopp. There's no way we change our whole front line and still can't score. Our chances are half chances. It's fair, Ahmed. It's fair what you said. You know, as I said, I don't know if there's one silver bullet, if you want to say that, of an answer. But what I can say, Ahmed, and I think we'd all probably agree with this, it's time for some change. You know, I mean, at the club. For whatever reason, be it the announcement from Jurgen, whatever it is, these players are on the beach. A lot of them. And it's just turning into a horrible send-off for Jurgen at the minute. And I hope by some feckin' miracle we get our fingers out and turn this around. But it's not looking likely. You know, this has been a real terrible end-of-season slump. And whether you feel like we should have, or we've overachieved, or we shouldn't be in a title race, either way, we have dropped off something embarrassing in the last month or so. Grateful to Klopp, but now it's time for a reboot, said Simon Smith. No passion, said Tanya Wheatley. A lot of passion is a fair comment, or no passion, I should say, is a fair comment. Do you know what it feels like? It feels like we've convinced ourselves before the game that we're going to go out and do the right things. And we've gone out and we've started the game and looked like we tried to do the right things. Players looked sharp, passing looked on point, there was movement ahead of them. But as soon as the first bit of adversity comes our way, our heads drop again. And West Ham started to create a few chances. Alisson made that save. Then we conceded from a corner. And here we are all over again. So it's about the response now. It's about the second 45 minutes. And the game isn't over yet. But they have to show something. Because whatever we say about this now, it's gone past just not playing for the manager. You're playing for your Liverpool future now. Regardless of what's happening with Jurgen, you're playing for your future. And if you don't want to be at Liverpool Football Club, keep playing like that. Christian Wint gifted 1 membership. Thank you, Christian. Very kind of you, mate. Brandon Gregory said, our tactics seem so stale. We cycle the ball, then cross to nobody. Why do we insist on doing that over and over again? Thank you so much, mate, for your super chat. And again, you're right. It does seem like it's rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. So we often talk about Jurgen and his tactical prowess, or his lack of tactical prowess. Well, here we have another example of a game where we're going in a 1-0 down. Let's see what he can do. You know, we've seen other managers make changes at half-times, like Gasperini over in Bergamo when we were playing Atalanta. You know, they were 1-0 down. Gasperini went in at half-time, made some changes, and they came out and looked way more comfortable in the second half. Now it's on Jurgen. Can he get the changes? Can he change the system? Can he find the tweaks? Can he find the pathways through? Can they finish? Loads of unanswered questions. I want to see Bajcetic out on the pitch, said Ryan Johnson. I'd love to see him, Ryan. I would. If he's fit enough to be on the bench, I guess we should expect that he's fit enough to get some game time. Am I Arne Slot? A poorer, far poorer version. And a far fatter version. What video do you watch for Arne Slot's tactics? There's a couple of good videos out there, Clint. Panenka TV, they put out a good video on Arne Slot. Definitely worth a watch. I think Alice has put out a video as well. I'm putting together the notes now for my own video that I'm going to be putting out probably either tomorrow or Monday. I've been doing out those notes for the last 2 days and stuff. But yeah, there are some good videos out there, mate, from people who've already... See, my problem is, being honest with you, I'm playing catch-up on Arne Slot. I don't know all that much about him. I'm trying to learn. But there are some good videos out there. And by the way, feel free to suggest some in the chat. If you guys know of any content creators who've put out some good Arne Slot videos that you think would be worth a watch, do please suggest it in the chat. Don't feel any issues with naming other content creators or that. And we're all here to learn. And, you know, I certainly appreciate some of the great work and effort that other content creators put in there to help inform and educate the rest of us. What hurts the most is I know we can do better, said Troy King. James Lawrence Alcott, said Harry. Yep, he's a great content creator. Alice made a good one, said Sergu. Yep, and I very much believe so. Fan of Alice's work. I think she makes good content. Can you shout me out? I would, mate, but, you know, the name's a little bit too obvious. And I definitely don't swallow it. Big fan of people that do, but not me. Riley said, James Lawrence Alcott released a video and it was brilliant. Thank you, Riley. I will definitely give that a look myself. Rare Montage said, feels like we need a passion signing to lead us. Yep, I don't disagree. I'm always up for a bit of more passion, mate. Alec Haney, thank you for gifting an Anfield Agenda membership, mate. Robert Monger said, nothing, he just gifted a membership. Sorry, thank you, Robert. Missing the likes of Milner, some need a slap, said Irish Talk. They need a boot up the hole, mate, as we'd say in Ireland, right? A rocket up their arse. A couple of other people said Statman Dave has put out a good video as well. So again, keep the recommendations coming, guys. You know, we're all trying to learn as much as we can at the moment about our new incoming manager. I've seen one person say, is he confirmed? Yes and no. The compensation package with Feyenoord was agreed at €9 million plus €2 million in add-ons, and it could be announced in the next couple of days. But yes, it looks like, by all intents and purposes, it's done. We're about to get underway with the second half. I'll sync up then as well. Our strikers failing to convert our chances over the past month has cost us the title, said YNBFX. It certainly hasn't helped, mate. You're right. And being so leaky at the back doesn't help either. Back to what Keith said. Second half about to get underway. And yes, I am a child. I'll never grow up. I refuse to. Let's see if we can turn this around. Just waiting for the go-ahead from the sidelines. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, my friends, if you haven't done so already. And again, thank you to our sponsors, Manscaped. You can get 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com using our code Anfield20. That's 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. Right, we're underway in the second half. West Ham do the decent thing and launch the ball long out left-hand side. And we've got to turn this around. We've got to. We cannot let Klopp's reign end like this. Seeing more passion watching grannies on Pornhub. I'll take your word for it, mate. Take your word for it. Right, come on, boys. Oh, gosh, this is so deflating, isn't it? No changes, by the way, from Jurgen at halftime. Right, I'm going to sing for a sec and then have a couple of super chats to get back to. We are now coming up to 46. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 46, 10. Ooh! Ooh, chance from Gravenberg, but he blasted over the bar. Ball sat up lovely for him as well. Crossfield ball was played. Diaz brings it down. Nice ball across. Oh, he tries to just bend it away from the keeper, but he's leaning back, gets too much height on it, and it goes over Areola's crossbar. Hi Craig, I'm an Arsenal fan, so I only have experience of this from Kroenke, but does FSG being pressured to spend a lot more on the Red Sox concern me? Or like KSE, is it all separated? All separated, Ethan, all separated. You know, I'm not a big fan of our owners for many things, but the money that Liverpool generate does stay within the football club. So yeah, it's not split amongst other entities. And thank you for your super chat, Ethan. And thank you for your input as well. I'll tell you what, though. I would love a bit of the money that Arteta's been able to go and spend on the likes of Declan Rice. I'm not begrudging you with. But our owners are frugal, to say the least. Ball across, again cleared by West Ham. Oh, ball given away in midfield. Kwanzaa now. Virgil. Robertson. Diaz wide left. Elliott's bottom of the picture. Robbo. Oh, hello! Robbo! 1-1-1. Andy Robertson. Oh, my days. That's a collector's item. Andy Robertson squeezes it in at the near post and it's 1-1. That kind of came out of nowhere. Thoughts on Gravenberch today? I think he's done quite well, Ben. Sorry, I'm just looking through this, and thank you, Ben. Oh, is this going to be one of them? They're going to try and say that our player was in front of the goalkeeper here. Watch. Don't be trying to give us any of this. Yeah, no nonsense there. You can't be blaming McAllister, Ratton. Side foot. Areola should have done better, but I don't care. It's 1-1, and I'm taking that. I'm taking that. Andy Robertson collector's item. I don't care if Areola should have saved it. We are back in the game, and it's 1-1. Goal given. We are back underway. Here we go. Now we go. He's off. I don't know how he's off, mate, when there's about 8 players between him and the keeper. There we go. Feel a little bit more comfortable with life now. So, 1-1. Andy Robertson with the equaliser. Let's go. Second half FC. Fingers crossed, mate. I mean, I just want to win today. I want us to actually give Jurgen a decent send-off. So, we're back on level pegging. We've got 40 minutes to go and win it. Can I please give a shout out to Anna? Of course, Anna, how are you? Thank you for watching. Oh, Andy Robertson. Oh, Andy Robertson. That was a collector's item there for Robbo. Usually when he gets the ball, I'm singing in my head, don't you? But he hit it quickly. I still think Areola should have done better, but I do not care. I'll take the goal. 1-1. Oh yeah, Newlawn. Sorry, I nearly forgot about a Newlawn. How dare I? How dare I? Don't blame it on the sunshine. Don't blame it on the moonlight. Don't blame it on the good times. Blame it on Robbo. I just can't control my feet. Newcomers joining going, why is there a dancing alien on the screen? It's a long story. Oh, he should have done better with that. Gravenberch's making some nice runs here. Again, great pick out here from Cody. Lovely late run from Gravenberch. He just didn't get any real connection on the goal attempt. He tries to flick it with the outside of his foot. It was a lovely pick out from Cody Gakpo and lovely little late run from from Ryan Gravenberch into the area. Fireball, thank you, appreciate you. Am I a darts fan? Yes, absolutely, Paul. Love the darts. Trent now, strike, deflection, corner. Unlucky boys. Corner. Again, looks like we've stepped it up now. Yeah, I love the darts, mate. Love it. Had a darts board in my house since I was, a kid. In my bedroom, and still have one here as I'm an adult. Not very good, but really do enjoy it. Right, Robertson to take the corner. Thoughts on Robbo as captain? I think he'd be a great captain. I think McAllister would be a great captain. Cross in. Ball drops out to the box. Gravenberch goes back to Trent. Trent goes diagonal again looking for Andy Robertson, who hooks it in field. The cat kicker heads it away and it'll be another Liverpool corner. Oh, it was Ogbonna. Sorry, it wasn't the cat kicker. It was Ogbonna that headed it away. Do. There's no volume from the game. Can you hear the match? No, I can't. I always watch the games in silent, mate, for copyright reasons. Cross in. Headed away. Blocked by McAllister. Ball goes behind, goal kick. Sorry, we are deleting the fake scores, don't worry. We are deleting them. It just takes a minute or two, or a second or two, for them to be deleted. Can I show the stats? They're on the screen, mate. 76% possession to Liverpool. 14 shots, 3 on target, 2 corners. The stats are on the screen there if you look. We are blocking the fake scores, mate, but it takes a second or two. Also, look, what I would say to you is, I'll let you know if there's a goal. So you can trust me on that one. Grafenberg to play over Jones all day long. I agree. I've seen more from Grafenberg today, Tony, than I've seen from Jones in a while. I think I missed one from VR in 1 sec. We scroll back up. This is why I love our team, by the way. Mark and everyone reminds me if I miss something, which is brilliant. Thank you. When do we become possession team? This doesn't feel like a Klopp team. Feels like a poorly capitalised team. I'd sell Virgil as much as I love him. And that's from VR. And thank you, mate. I'm not sure if I missed that from earlier on, but thanks to Mark for letting me know. I always appreciate a heads up. Gooner from Belfast. Love your stuff, Craig. Thank you, Ben. You know, we're in Belfast, Ben. At the end of May, 31st of May, we are going to be at the Limelight in Belfast. So if you're in that neck of the woods, mate, do come along. Be love to see it and say hello. We'll be doing a meet and greet after the show as always. So if you want to come and see us, check out Ticketmaster. We've got a show in Dublin on June the 2nd and a show in Belfast on May 31st. So again, would love to see you up there. Belfast show is selling really well. Dublin show, not so much. So yeah, but do come along if you're in that neck of the woods. And also Cardiff and Liverpool, we're going to be over there in August. 10 minutes into the second half, it is 1-1, and hopefully we can go on and win this in the remaining 35. There was an offside there against Liverpool, so Anthony Taylor giving the free kick here to West Ham. Can I do Sydney, Australia? I wish, mate. Consider going down to Cork. Do you know what? I'll be totally honest with you. I feel like we made the wrong choice with Dublin. A lot of people are saying to me Dublin's just so expensive for getting to, staying in. So, you know, I never thought of that. I thought Dublin, my home city, and I assume people would still be out and about in Dublin. But yeah, a lot of people are saying it's just expensive. So Cork's definitely on the list for the future. I feel like we owe a trip down to Cork and over to Galway as well. Differences with a bit of effort, said Tony Smith. Yeah, and look, I agree with what you said earlier, mate, on Grafenberg. I think he's played very well today. Ever come down to Birmingham? Birmingham's next. Birmingham's next on the list for the UK. It was a toss-up between Cardiff and Birmingham, and we ended up going with Cardiff. Gakpo cuts inside. Elliott's in space. Plays it to Elliott. Elliott goes back to McAllister. McAllister out left side to Andy Robertson. Gakpo. Again back to Robbo. Don't know where that side-footed cross was. Craig, how are we playing and is there a late night agenda today? We're playing okay. Certainly brighter in the second half. Is there a late night agenda? Yes. I'll be on at 8:30 tonight, mate. Elliott, Diaz, Trent out left hand side to Robbo. Back to Trent. Strike. Ooh, Alfonso Areola makes a save, or Alphonse Areola, excuse me. Corner to Liverpool. Can you shout out Maddie D in London? Absolutely. Maddie, how are you, mate? Hope life's treating you well over in London. Lads, do you know how annoying it is seeing you all right, remove the false scores? We are, but it takes a second. It takes us a second. Like, the mods are doing the best that they can. Oof, unlucky. So trust me, we'll ban fake scores. You just got to be a little bit patient with us. Could I say hi to Nicole? Nicole, how are we? Thank you, Lee. Said nice channel. Keep up the good work. So, what are we thinking about substitutes, folks? What if you were Jurgen Klopp now? What would you be thinking from the bench? Again, come on, boys. Well played. Come on. Good ball into the right channel again to Elliott. Maybe a little bit too much on this. Sent them wide. Elliott cuts in field. Dinks the ball in. Headed away by West Ham again. Some people are saying no subs. Wow. Interesting. Endo, go on. Oh, unlucky. Tried to slip it through to Robertson. West Ham play their way out. Not Nunez, people are saying. Stefan is a shout from a few people. Keep getting smothered in the last third. That's a good shout from Silent. I like that. And you're right. We're kind of smothering our own work there. Right, there's 6,000 people in the chat. If you haven't subscribed, folks, please do. As you can see, we're about to get to 259,000 subscribers, which is incredible. So do thank you for your support. And again, a little word for our sponsors, Manscaped. Don't forget you can get 20% off and free shipping. That's 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com by using our code Anfield20. Scan the QR code on the screen or use the link either pinned to the top of the chat or in the description. Van Dijk is down now for a moment. He's getting back up to his feet, but he was down checking out his right ankle. Is Jota still injured? He is, unfortunately, mate. Yeah, he is. Jota is still injured and Bradley's still injured. Aaron, how are you, mate? Of course I'll say hello to you. All watching us in Ireland. Welcome in, Aaron. Great to have you with us, sir. Why Gakpo? I don't know what the question is. Why Gakpo what? I didn't say anything about Cody Gakpo, mate. If anyone, I'd bring on Dan's. He's not on the bench. Dan's isn't in the squad today. Just give you guys a reminder of the Liverpool bench. 1 second. Yeah, no Jadon Dan's on the bench today for the Reds. So it's Gomez, Canade, Soboslai, Nunez, Salah, Jones, Tsimikas, Bajcetic and Kelleher. That's the Liverpool bench. Right, free kick here to West Ham. Liverpool holding the line across the 18-yard box. Ball in, and immediately Anthony Taylor says there was a foul there and it's a free kick to Liverpool. You're welcome, Kieran. All good, my man. All good. Always happy to say hello. Do I watch F1? I don't, Clint. No. My wife and my son do. Connor, the other half of the channel here. Well, I say the other half. We've got 3 of us, but my business partner Connor is a big F1 fan. Actually, in saying that, so's Ben. So 2/3 of Team Anfield Agenda are F1 fans. Just not me. I don't have the time for another hobby. Play Dan's. Again, mate, he's not on the bench, which baffles me, by the way. I don't know why he isn't on the bench, but he isn't. Tony Smith, please, Craig can't speak. No speakity. Please press the like button. Sabrina, did you press the like button? Did you press the like button?
Why is it wrong,
Like, love. The like button. The like button. Do you not love me?
I pressed the like button.
There you go. By the way, I've decided, myself in the chat here, have been having a little conversation.
Yeah.
We've decided that the only way I should speak to you is via super chat. So you either need to, pony up the dough, love, or let that booty do the talking. I don't know why you're standing there topless. Like, I know everybody else can see you, but it's very distracting, you with your noise-cancelling breasts.
If I was topless, all of the people would be hearing the slapping going on in the background every time I move.
Welcome to another wholesome edition of Craig and Sabrina's Family Time.
Goodbye.
West Ham clear it. Liverpool again pushing. Craig, focus, pal. I was focusing on having a bit of fun with my wife, mate. Chill. Strike. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. I think we got a corner out of that. That's one of the things I do love about Ryan Gravenberch, is he's not afraid to have a pop. Here he cuts inside, gets a strike, and Alphonse Areola makes a save, and Liverpool get a corner out of it. And again, I do love that we're taking shots. See, if you take shots in these situations, we end up with a corner out of it. Who knows, As I always say, if you don't buy a ticket, you don't win the raffle. So at least now we have a chance at a set piece. Trent with the signal, cross in. Ball bounces up. Oh, we'll take that. We'll take that. It's 2-1 to Liverpool. OGs all around. I think it went off Agbonna. It was a volley back across goal from Cody Gakpo. And it bounces in off a couple of players. And Liverpool have the lead by 2-1. I think it's Ogbonna with the last touch. It's an own goal, but either way, it is Liverpool 2, West Ham 1. And he's doing that Jurgen Klopp thing of smiling. So Trent with the corner in. It's cleared away. Gakpo's strike is going completely away from goal. And then it bounces off, I think, two different players. Maybe Souček got the last touch, did he? Yeah, Souček, Areola, goal. We'll take it. We will take it. 2-1. Good. Second half FC is alive and well. 25 minutes to go. And Liverpool with a little stroke of good luck. And there's nothing wrong with a little stroke. Make it 2-1. Maybe we need more Sabrina in. Maybe Sabrina's the good luck charm. So, here's an interesting stat for you. For Jurgen Klopp's reign as Liverpool manager, we've had, this isn't really a surprise, the most early Saturday games. So the early Saturday matches under Jurgen Klopp's reign, Liverpool have had 45, Manchester City have had 40, Spurs have had 40, United 35 and Chelsea 33. So credit Mark and BBC for that stat. But yeah, there you go. I was a post that said we're actually going to need Arsenal and City to beat Spurs to get top 4. And David Lynch said, I know you're joking, but pretty certain there are still people who believe this. 74 points is enough. By the way, YouTube have booted me out yet again. Thanks, YouTube. That's twice now on this stream. YouTube need to sort this out, as this is happening way too much for my liking now. But we have turned it around and we do lead by 2-1. So, we're only 32 subscribers away from 259k, my friends. If you have not yet hit the subscribe button, please do. Really do appreciate your support. 23 minutes to go. On the Liverpool app, it says Gravenberch deflection. Look, I'm just happy we're ahead, mate. I don't really mind who scores the goals. Own goals, screamers from 40 yards, they all count. Who scored? It was an own goal between, I don't know if the last touch went in off Souček or Areola, but yeah, either way it was an own goal. West Ham now starting to press as they look for an equaliser. As a United fan, I got to ask, what makes you see that Van Dijk ain't it as captain? I just don't see leadership in him. You know, it could be the way he plays as a player, his style. But there's another part that when I speak about Van Dijk and Liverpool's captaincy, I use his own words. He spoke about the added distraction and pressure of being captain of Liverpool, captain of the Netherlands. And sometimes you just think, just let players just focus on the playing part. I just personally don't see him as a captain, but it is just my opinion. I'm not saying it's the right one. Benjamin Alford, thank you Benjamin, said, I think that the Everton game would have been better if my boy Ryan G played. He's made the difference in this half. I think everybody would probably agree with you there, mate. You know, I was shocked that Gravenberch wasn't in the starting 11 against Everton because I thought he played really well in the previous one. Stargirl, thank you for gifting an Anfield Agenda membership, mate. Very kind of you. The Reds on the attack again. Again, look at that. Ability to get away. Ball into Diaz. Diaz now. Weak. Good play. Great turn from Gravenberch. Lovely ball up the line to Lucho. Lucho goes in left side of the penalty area. And lovely ball that from Gravenberch. But his shot is weak. He kind of used the outside of his foot. Tries to beat Areola at the near post. But a comfortable enough save. McAllister. Oh, that should have been a goal, dude. That should have been 3. Such a lovely late run from Alexis McAllister. Trent picks up the ball. McAllister with a lovely little run. And all he tries to just cushion the header past Areola, but just doesn't get enough purchase on it. Lovely bit of work that though. Much better. Again, Gravenberch is pulling the strings now. Let's give Gravenberch his flowers today. In this second half, he's grabbed this game by the scruff of the neck, and he's been really good. Like, Gravenberch is showing real quality here. I like this chill version of Craig. Thank you. It's I was just in the last couple of weeks, dude. I was just really disappointed, you know, because we had such a great spirit when we were battling with injuries, and it got really frustrating because you get to the point where you think, right, players are coming back now, and you know we should be in good shape for the push at the end of the season, but we just fell away. And today is about just making sure we stop the rot and try and get a victory. Kudus now for West Ham. Left side. Yes, Jarell Kwanzaa. Well in, young man. Good. Move it quickly. No. Oh, still, how did he get that away? I thought Gravenberch had turned into pressure and he still managed to find a way to keep the ball. Have we ever considered multi-platform streaming, TikTok, YouTube or Twitch at the same time? It's a bit difficult to try and run 3 chats, or we did occasionally used to stream on TikTok at the same time, but ultimately just like YouTube, it just feels like our home, and the system, we're building something on the back end that you know you don't see at the moment, but it needs the YouTube algorithm and it needs the YouTube API and stuff. But we have considered it. It's just not worth it, really. I feel it's just too messy. Sorry, I'm trying to fart here silently as well. Yeah, I think we succeeded. But thank you, Bobby Tams. Appreciate your support, mate. 10 subscribers away from 259k. Please do hit that subscribe button, or the next time I won't make it silent. Did you see how Bonner letting out a small smile after we scored? Oh, I did, yeah. I did, and that wouldn't have gone down well with me if I was a West Ham fan. McAllister, lovely ball again into Lucho, left channel. He's got the support with him. Lucho. Oh, it's a good save by Areola. This is the stuff with Lucho that drives us mad, right? He can run at players. He can beat players. But his finishing, it just lets him down. West Ham played so much worse than Everton days ago. Oh, absolutely. Everton put far more fight into that game because it meant far more to them. What's the score now? As it shows on the screen, my man, 2-1 to Liverpool. I can smell your fart from my phone. I mean, if smell-o-vision existed, there you go. Google have it down as a Souček own goal, by the way. Do you think Everton can come back as a Big Six club? No. Klopp making some changes here. Salah, Gomez and Darwin about to come on for Liverpool. Salah, Gomez, Darwin. Diaz again on the attack left side. Gives it to Robertson. Low strike from him and Areola saves. So, Liverpool going to make a triple change in a moment or two. Just to get a reminder, Gomez, Salah and Darwin are getting kitted out and ready to come on. Would you mind if Slot makes VVD captain again? No, look, I don't have an agenda against Verge as captain. Whoever the manager deems fit to be captain, that's fine. Just my own opinion is, I think Verge is a tremendous centre-half. Just don't like him as captain. But if Arne Slot decides he's captain, then he's captain, and I'll be behind that. McAllister. Nothing on, so he goes back to Jarell Kwanzaa. Just say, I think Jarell's had a good game today. Craig, can I get modded if Núñez misses 3 chances off the bench? Deal. Deal, Zach. 3 chances, Zach, and we have agreement. Right, my friends, keep hitting that like button. We're nearly at 2,000 likes, and don't... What do we got? 995 away now from 260,000 subscribers. You know the difference with the old front three and these, mate? Mane and Firmino were great at passing to Salah. Diaz has so many chances to pass to Gakpo. Yeah, Diaz shooting is definitely in the negative column when we're talking about him as a player. I love that he takes players on. I love his work rate, but he does need to brush up on the finishing. I hope now that these changes that we make don't impact us in a negative way. Antonio, ball chipped in. Oh, Alisson made a mess of that one. It's back out with Bowen. Still West Ham in possession. Cross in deep. Headed away by Trent. Second ball's won. Strike! Alisson forced into a save again. To be fair, that was Alisson's fault that he had to make that save, but still a great save. I would have taken Elliott off, move Diaz to Elliott's position, bring on Bajcetic, give more freedom to Maka and Gravenberch. Oh, 2-2. 2-2. Yet again. Another one aerially that we've made a mess of, and it's 2-2. 2-2. I haven't even had a chance to see it yet. But Antonio's wheeling away in celebration, and it's 2-2. Let's have a look. West Ham have it in the right channel. Antonio gets away from Kwanzaa. I'm sorry, Kwanzaa, that's on you, fella. Absolute legend of the Liverpool community. You're a legend. Thank you, Steve. That's shocking. Shocking. I'm sorry, lads. That's on Kwanzaa. That's on Kwanzaa. He didn't follow his man. He didn't follow his man. Antonio peels away from behind him and it's 2-2. Salah, Nunez, Gomez on. Salah, Nunez, Gomez on. Who went off? Kwanzaa went off. Who else has gone off? Has Gakpo gone off? No, he's on. Who went off? Diaz has gone off. Diaz off. Kwanzaa off. I didn't see who the third one was. Endo. Sorry. Endo, Diaz, Kwanzaa. That was the change for Salah, Darwin and Gomez. 11 minutes left to try and win this. For the love of God. Oh, was Endo Trent? Is Kwanzaa still on the pitch then? So Kwanzaa's still on. It was Trent that went off. Sorry. I'll get it right. Trent went off. Endo went off. And Diaz went off. Sorry. Thank you, chat. Thank you for helping me out there. Need you to beat the Hammers. Love and respect, Craig. Always appreciate you dropping in, my Chelsea supporting friend. Look, we need to beat the Hammers for ourselves as well, but this just again showed us defensively we're just so weak. Aerially we are pathetically bad at defending. Virgin Endo didn't even try to block the cross, said Nessie. And then we also had Kwanzaa being the wrong side of Antonio and peeling away behind them. 24 shots, 2 goals is not good enough. We've got 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Your 3-2 prediction is on. Oh yeah, I forgot about that, Goomy. Arsenal or City for the league? I'd prefer Arsenal to win the league, but I think City will do it. Right, corner here. Robbo to take it. Cross in. Headed away again. Second ball. Won by Elliott. Again, headed away by West Ham. It'll be a Liverpool ball near side. Come on. Cross in from Gravenberch. Again, though, straight to a West Ham player. I don't disagree necessarily with some of the subs, but I do disagree with taking Diaz off. That I don't get. Yes, he was frustrating with his finishing, but I think he was one of our better players. %71% possession and 24 shots. 71% possession, and yet we're somehow still 2-2. This is Liverpool, and it's frustrating as hell. Eight minutes plus stoppage time to go. What do you think? Is there a late goal to be had in this one? Free kick Liverpool. Gomez. Salah. Ball in, cleared again by West Ham. Salah squares it. Oh! Good bit of defending by West Ham. We played the way through well. Salah squares it across front of goal. It looks like Darwin's going to have a tap in. And it gets put behind. Why no corner? Why no corner? How is that not a corner? Why is that not... Was the offside flag up or something? Why is that not a corner? Lads, have I missed something there? Why was that not a corner? Because Nunes didn't get to touch on that. The defender put that behind 100%. Nunes didn't touch the ball. So, people are talking about an argument with Klopp and Salah. I was looking, I didn't see it. I didn't see that disagreement between Klopp and Salah. Hang on, Mark's saying something to me here. Klopp and Salah were arguing with each other before West Ham's second goal. It feels like Salah's almost trying to push his way out the door there if he's arguing with the manager. Salah kicked off a Klopp on the touchline. Wow. Do you know what? If I'm Jurgen Klopp, I'd take him straight off the pitch. Don't care. Don't care, I'd take him straight off. I'm looking at it now. Fuck off. Nah, sorry lads, I'm not having that. Not having that. I just watched it there and I don't know what was said. I don't know. But it's not a good look. Our manager and Salah arguing on the sideline. I don't know who said what, so I'm not pointing any finger of blame, but it's not a good look. What's the ref calling him over for Areola for? What's going on here? What's this crap? What is going on here? Did he land awkwardly or something? Honestly, lads, I've seen the clip, but I don't know what was said, so it's very hard to figure out who's done what when I have no idea what was said between Salah and Klopp, but it's not a good look. Mido, shut up with your stupidity. And let's speculate about Salah and hate more. Mate, shut up. Nobody ever questioned what he did over the last 7 years, but we're sick of Salah FC merchants like you coming in and trying to belittle all of us for saying that he's been crap. He's been crap. If you can't live with that, then go put yourself under a rock or something and hide with the rest of the trolls. But we're all sick of it. We're all sick of it. He absolutely has not done everything he can and put his heart in for the club, mate. He absolutely has not. He's been brilliant as a player, but in no way, shape or form has he given everything 100% always for the club. Nonsense. There's been brand Salah at play the whole way through, whether it's crying about contracts, whether it's his agent destabilising the dressing room, whether it's the moaning about Mane with the AFCON and the World Cup. Stop trying to reinvent history. Nobody's hating on him. We're being realistic. He's been awful and now he's rowing with the manager. So take your Salah FC nonsense and stick it, mate, because the rest of us are sick of hearing about it. It's honestly just woeful nonsense at this point. We get it. You like Salah, brilliant, but we're Liverpool fans, mate. Hit the crossbar there as well. Elliott this time. I'm sure Anthony Taylor said go down there. That wasn't a foul. It looked like Areola landed awkwardly. Mustafa said, I'm Egyptian and letting you know he's been terrible last couple of months. He needs to go. Absolutely. Look, I don't understand how some people don't seem to be able to differentiate between a lot of us saying Salah's been poor lately. Nobody's questioning what he's done before. But we don't, you say these things like we owe these players. They're being paid very handsomely. Their brand has been enhanced massively across the world and they're being idolised by Liverpool fans. But when they ain't performing, they get called out for it, regardless of if you're Gerrard, Salah, Dalglish, Van Dijk, it doesn't matter. If someone's not performing, they get called out. And if you can't take that, then I would question who you actually support, Liverpool or the player. "90 minutes up, we're into stoppage time. McAllister goes deep, corner. 5 minutes at it on. You play crap, you don't play. Exactly. I'm just glad that this summer is going to bring an end to it because it's mental. Mental. I've never seen a player get so many excuses made for them and my time supporting Liverpool. Never. Corner in. Again. Soboslai back off another player. Gravenberch. Too close to the keeper. Too close to the keeper. Oh, this is... I don't know what to say again. It's going to have to be a late one if there's a winner, but my God, will I be sad to see Mo go? Of course, absolutely. I would love to be sitting here talking about Salah tearing it up and saying give him a new contract. I'd love that to be the case. And I will always look at his time at the club and think he's a hero. That's never been in question. This is just so frustrating though. Yet again. We turned it around as well, which just... Whitehammer said Mo and Klopp. I don't know what went on, mate. Honestly, I don't know. Klopp certainly said the first thing. After that, I don't know what was said. But what I can say to you is, it doesn't scream harmony, does it? Whether Klopp started the fight, whether Salah started it, it doesn't look well. Free kick to West Ham here. 2.5 minutes of stoppage time to go. I don't want to hear them again after the game. I don't want to hear about Van Dijk saying some players need to ask themselves, do they really want to win? We've seen the answer over the last few weeks. Defensively today, we scored 2 goals. So we can't say the forwards haven't delivered in that end today. The forwards have scored 2 goals away from home. Arsenal, Man City, other teams would see this out and win the game. So we're not going to be looking at the forwards and blame today. It's again unable to keep a clean sheet, unable to defend at the back. And yes, a wasted amount of opportunities, but we've scored 2 goals. That's what makes this frustrating. Do keep hitting the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, my friends. We've got a match reaction coming up straight after the game as well. It ain't going to be pretty. 90 seconds to go, and it's more drop points. This is honestly becoming angering at this point. Gravenberch, Salah, to Robertson. United fan here, admire your honesty. Thank you, Paul. Look, mate, I've always said, people won't always agree with me and I don't expect them to. But I do say things as I see them. And I wear my heart on my sleeve and I try to speak honestly. And I'm absolutely apoplectic, mate, that these lads have let the manager down. Again, they should be ashamed of themselves. Going out with a whimper again away at West Ham, like it's nonsense. Absolute nonsense. It's not good enough. Klopp deserves a better send-off than this. And they've let him down again. He's made the changes and it still doesn't seem to make a difference. We've scored 2 goals and yet we've conceded 2 again. Just, where do you go with that, like? I agree. Our man Diaz should have stayed on. I agree. 5 points from 15. Exactly. That's not winning. That's not a title. That's not... I'm sick of it. Look, I'm sick of them talking crap again. Blocked. It's over. 2-2. Finishes West Ham 2, Liverpool 2, and we are... What do you say, lads? It's embarrassing. I see them on there shaking their heads again on the pitch. They should be ashamed of themselves again. We turned it round from 1-0 down, go 2-1 up, once again, can't defend, can't defend, can't defend. And West Ham get an equaliser with Michail Antonio. And we just look like we can't muster up a victory for Jurgen. He deserves better than this. He deserves better than this. Honestly, lads, this is... Change needs to be made. Yes, the manager's going, we know that. But change needs to be made in that dressing room as well, because it's nowhere near good enough. They've let the manager down, they've let the fans down, and they don't seem to care. They can talk a big game in the media all they want, they don't give a damn. And they've shown once again, West Ham are no great side, they're struggling themselves this season. And we've done the hard work, we've gone there and we've gone ahead. And given up again at the end of the game, and switched off defensively. No leaders in that dressing room. It's shocking. Shocking. Salah walked off down the tunnel. Look, I did see Salah applauding the fans, to be fair. I did see that before he walked off. I don't know what was said and what happened between Salah and and the manager, but I do know that once again we've thrown away a lead, can't defend, and we've got 5 points from the last 15. It's not good enough. It's unacceptable, and we need solutions. I'm going to see you for the match reaction in 2 minutes' time. Mo Salah and Kloppo arguing summed up the season. Yep, it did, mate. It's not a great look. Do join us for the match reaction where we're going to be picking the bones out of this. Thank you again to our sponsors, Manscaped. Don't forget you can get 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. That is 20% off and free shipping of the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra, the Lawnmower 5.0 or the Beard Hedger Pro Kit with our code Anfield20. Thank you to Manscaped for the support. Thank you to you guys again. It's going to be another one of those days where we're going to have to deal with the banter. We're going to have to try and figure out what's gone wrong. And we're going to need a change. I'll see you guys in 2 minutes for the match reaction. Thank you for watching. Do hit it subscribe button. Drop a like before you head off. I'll see you for the match reaction.